This week on the Kokomo Press Podcast, we have a very special guest, Branden Policky of the Taking It Too Far podcast, shot right here in Kokomo, Indiana, with his lovely wife, Laura, and friend, Adam. We talk about a plethora of different things, including, different streaming services, our music tastes, Who's the Biscuit. I don't really want to get too deep into that. And also, Branden and Cortni try to team up and get me to watch Game of Thrones. Watch all this and more on this week's episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast.
Warning, this video contains adult content not suitable for children.
What's up? It's the Kokomo Press Podcast. I'm Jordan Granger, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host,
Cortni.
Yep, she's wearing a Nickelback shirt. Do not let that deter you from listening. I'm sorry. Look at this photograph, I promise. And we have a very special guest today. He is 1/3 of the Taking It Too Far podcast, actually shot in Kokomo, Indiana. He is
Branden Policky.
I wanted to. I was like 100% sure how to
Branden
say the
Policky.
name, but I was scared.
Telemarketers are always like, Mr. Policky. And I'm like, no, that's not.
I wanted so bad. I was like, I kept saying Branden Policky.
I like Policky. Well, I've never heard that one before.
Policky split. You know what I mean?
I like that. Branden my nuts. Policky. I got that a lot.
Is it like
already starting?
Is it like Polish?
I knew you were gonna say it's Czechoslovakian.
That's even cooler.
Yeah,
that's way cooler.
Yeah.
I tried to look you up on Facebook, and there's another Branden Policky.
No way, with EN?
No, it's Llicky.
Oh wow, that's weird. He must have misspelled
But
it.
he's like a model.
How's Branden spelled?
Nice.
Yeah.
We have weird genes.
Shit.
We have a bodybuilder, like a famous Heather Policky is a famous women's bodybuilder.
You're not a short man.
No. I try not to be.
How tall are you?
Like 6'2"-ish, I guess.
Cool.
I don't know.
Cool.
I haven't measured myself in a while.
That's how tall my ex-wife is. I know, it's great. He's like, what? He's doing the math in his head.
I think I seen a picture like that, maybe.
Yeah, she's 6. She was 6. She was, when I started dating her, I think she was like right under 6 foot. And then by the time she was 18.
Well, Shelby's what, 5'11"?
Shelby's 5'11". Yeah. I like
So you like the tall women?
I'm 5'7", so.
I got you.
Yeah.
It's all right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Just not enough room for me in them short women. Just kidding.
Short, man. It is. You got to like what you like, what
Yeah.
I mean?
I like being bear hugged,
Picked up?
Yeah.
Manhandled?
Manhandled.
It is tough.
Like when they pick you up and throw you against the wall?
Yeah. That's what I need.
It's tough to get that top shelf sometime. I understand. You need somebody there.
See?
Hey,
Yeah.
can you get that?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's why I'm not.
You're pretty short. And you do your podcast with your good friend and your wife.
Yeah,
right?
good friend. I used to work with him years ago.
Adam,
and my wife was soulmate of my wife, so it's
la,
fun.
la,
It's
la,
best friend.
Laura.
I was sad she wasn't going to be here.
Oh well, yeah. She doesn't. She gets real nervous about these kind of things. She's like, I don't know what I would say. So it is. What
Maybe
it
she'll
is.
watch it, Laura. If you're watching, come hang out, man. We've had friends that literally are never on camera.
Yeah.
They come in here and have everybody's nervous until they get in the room, and then we all have a good time.
She's a fun time.
Yeah, she
She's
seems
a
like
ball of joy.
She likes to sing. She do karaoke
No,
or anything?
not at all.
Well, she sings her name every podcast.
Yeah, I don't know how that started. That was just kind of like started,
cool.
and now it's just if she doesn't do it, that's like a tone for the whole episode. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay,
You gotta
So
set
she's
it.
mad at Branden today, kind of thing. Like that's usually what it is.
Like, what did you do?
Exactly. That's what Adam usually says. Like, what did you do
What
now?
did you do today? Yeah, so like
happens a
I
lot.
want to bring up a couple of things about the pod. Let people see.
thank
So these
you.
are we're
Thank
talking
you.
about them right now.
I
Adam
look
is
like I'm on crack, man.
Adam on the right or I'm just kidding. Adam's on the left.
He's in the
obviously.
middle.
He's in the middle.
I
And
lost
there's-
a lot of weight.
You had to sit on the floor just to make it in the picture. That's how tall you are.
I don't know why. I'm looking at this picture. I'm like, I don't know why I set this up, and then Stormy's
it
in the
looks like
back.
our old pictures.
Yeah. We used to do them on the floor. I had to switch them back because it just didn't make sense.
It's really bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I think I sent that to the animators too. That's probably why the animators got what they got.
It still looks good though. I still like it.
Yeah, it's cool.
I like the vibe. But
Thank
the
you.
vibe's decent of it. Honestly, I'm sorry. I'm playing with my buttons again. I got to play with the buttons every podcast and just do different. I
Take
don't
that
remember.
picture down. It's horrible.
That's
I
a
don't
great.
look at myself.
They can't see it right now. It's all right.
Okay, good.
And then we
can see
let's
it.
not go there yet. Let's go to hey, let's
Man,
let's
I see
go.
some great stuff.
This is actually the podcast page on Facebook. If you guys can find it, Taking It Too Far podcast. Check that out. And then
Yeah, we're
I've
TITF podcast on everything.
yeah, that's what I found that out. And then this is your recent
Butt
episode,
pillows.
the butt pillows, which is hilarious.
Oh,
buttress
yeah,
pillow.
check those out.
And then let me skip through.
I'm glad that was my introductory episode to you guys.
Yeah, that's a good one to get into. I like that one and the Derek one to be everybody's first episode. I get really excited about Derek Jeter. I'm not even a Yankees
Let's
fan.
fight. Let's fight over. Maddie would enjoy that. And then this is them on Instagram. Check it out. It's actually TITF.
Yeah,
podcast,
did I say it wrong?
No. You have it right. I think that's on.
You can show how much I do Instagram though. Episode 15 was the last time I posted. I'm not a big Instagrammer, I guess. I don't know. I need to get on that. It's tough.
I've fallen off Instagram lately because I feel like it's 99% reels now, and I don't want to get stuck.
Yeah.
It's like half of them.
And most of it is the same shit you see on Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't even get on Instagram besides the reels, and I reel all day long.
That's my problem. I don't. It's an addiction.
It's super.
The problem is it's all like TikToks.
Yeah, I listened to an episode you guys talked about TikToks, and that was like the episode I remember that I wanted to talk to you guys the most. I wanted to hang out and talk shit with you about TikTok. I fucking hate TikTok.
I hate it's a love-hate, like, because I travel for a living.
Yeah.
So I'll sometimes be like getting ready to get into the shower, and then I'll be on TikTok for 3 hours naked on my bed, and I'll be like,
That's the problem.
what the hell just happened? Where am I? Like,
my algorithm has taken forever to catch up to what I actually like on TikTok, because for the longest time it was like, let me just show you pictures of people that you would bully every single day of your life if you want. It was like videos of people that are like, and excuse me, I'm not trying to be mean, but like extremely overweight, extremely like butt ugly, like people like, hey, and it's like, and not even handicapped, just really, really poor, like the dumb pores. It was just dumb pores.
I love those the best.
See what I mean? I feel like, and I tell people all the time, like, I feel like TikTok is a bullying app. It's
really
meant
is
to bully.
it's made by the Chinese.
Yeah, they want you to pick on each other.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's divisive.
I'm surprised you didn't immediately go into like big booty hoes and stuff like that. Like,
No, that is funny.
So weird.
You got tits and ass on yours
all the time. Now, not. I don't know. It must have listened to my
Figured it out.
episode and like stopped showing me that, because it has stopped.
They
showing
eventually
me.
figure you out.
I hope. I don't know.
I think they have the best. They probably have the best algorithm in the business.
Mine is all stuff that I like.
Yeah,
Is it?
They're great. The Chinese are really great at what they do. It just sucks that they're doing it for the communist Chinese.
So is it the Reels thing? Like, I don't know the correlation between the TikTok and Reels. Like,
Yeah.
I guess TikToks just get posted on Reels, or I don't know. I mean,
People save the TikToks and put them on the Reels.
put them on the Reels. Or
just
they
to
try
get
like
the
double
likes and
dip
stuff.
kind of stuff.
Facebook Reels piss me off so bad because it'll be those videos where like, look at, I can't believe this happened, and then nothing happens.
Oh yeah,
It
There's
makes
20
me
minutes of nothing?
Yes,
I watched
it
a
makes
cake
me
video,
so
20
fucking
minutes.
mad.
their algorithm is broken.
Because it'll start to where it'll show like a little snippet of the video, and I'm like, I watched that over and over like 4 times, thinking like it's gonna finish, and it doesn't, because
Oh,
it's just the beginning part
So
of it.
what you're saying about TikTok is what's happened to me on Instagram. So I go on Instagram, and I swear to God, it's like literally girls like almost about to show their pussy.
I don't
every
understand how they get
time.
away with it. This is like, most people get reported, but they're like so straight up like,
Yeah.
look at my naked ass right now. Like, it's like,
so
how?
bad.
No,
Yeah.
this is.
Oh
I don't.
shit! I want to see if I have a
don't
really
wanna
good
watch
topic
this
I
all
wanted to
the
bring up
time.
on here if I can find it.
Obviously, TikTok's
Boom.
showing me things like buttress.
You guys heard about this?
I'm hearing about this.
Facebook,
yeah,
Instagram
because
will
it's
lift
trans.
ban
Yeah,
on bare breasts, but only for trans and non-binary. So every sex worker, every single one, is just going to say they're non-binary. Like, why wouldn't you?
I'm
now
also
now you can
non-binary
literally
now.
make money. You're non-binary.
Well, yeah. At this point, it's just
My
like,
mom's gonna be really upset.
it's such a small speck that's made such a huge change. It's so weird that like this small group, not trans, but like in general, like
Yeah,
the woke movement in general is so small, and they've made
strides that
huge-
women couldn't make by themselves. Like women were like free
Yeah.
the nipple. I remember 2000 and like 15 was all free the
It
nipple,
was,
everything,
and
and,
they did it.
and everybody's like, women, please shut up, please shut the fuck up. And all of a sudden they're like, actually, I'm non-binary, and these nipples aren't a woman's. They're like, holy shit, we better show them. We better show those titties right now.
I don't understand that the world.
I'm not mad about it.
No, like actually, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a win for everybody because you can just lie and say you're not. Honestly, I think that's what's going to happen is like sex worker women. If you're smart, you're just going to say I'm non-binary.
My entire Facebook's just gonna be titties now.
But like what?
Oh,
Okay,
for sure now.
Yeah.
For sure.
for
Especially since you said you're non-binary, it's like, oh,
But
well,
now I'm non-binary.
Now it's gonna give you everything.
my thing is like if you're okay, so that actually, if you ask me, based on that like concept in and of itself, if you're a trans woman, you're actually now more likely to like.
You're more of a woman.
You have more rights. Isn't that,
You have more rights than
don't
me?
you have more rights? Like a
Kinda.
trans woman
You
would
can
have
use
more
whatever
rights than
bathroom
a
you
cis
want.
woman. Yeah,
You can use either bathroom.
yeah, you can choose.
You can choose. It depends on what you're dressed as that day.
I think they just let us show. Just show
Everybody.
Just show them.
No, right now.
Not you. No, not you. No, not you. I meant like in general. Like you can show your like just let people show their tits.
It's an American thing too. It's a weird American thing. That
Yeah.
Like Europe is just like boobs are out all day long. Like you're just
Exactly.
driving down the highway and there's just like tits. It's like okay, cool. But America's like you can't show those. Those are you can't. That's just
Put your sin nipples away.
Exactly.
You got those feminine sin nipples. Get them out of here.
It's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
You're gonna need to leave so we can talk about tits the whole episode. I said you're gonna need to leave so we can talk about tits. You like tits?
I like what? Why do I have to leave?
Like, look at
I
this.
have them.
See this hot woman? I want to see her tits. Oh, that's
Is that
MGK.
Jules? That's Jules
That's
from
Jules.
Euphoria. He said that was his post. Like this is my Jules from Euphoria look.
Bro,
man.
I didn't even see the post. All I saw was the photo, and then I made a joke like he wants to
Oh,
be Jules,
okay.
and then people
All
were
right.
like, he literally said that. And I'm like, oh, now I look like an idiot. I didn't even know. I just like thought it looked like it.
I do
He
that on
did.
comments where you feel like some of your posts, like I'm like, oh, I got a great comment, and then I'll post it, and then I'll look at the comments, and someone else will say, it, and I'm like, shit, I have to delete that like immediately.
It happens. Like the other day, I posted something on our page. I think it was about it was about the guy with the no neck that we did on the podcast. We were fucking cutting up on about the guy with no neck, the Ed dude from 90 Day Fiance.
Oh,
and
okay,
somebody
yeah.
was like, "That's Ed from 90 Day Fiance." And I'm like, if you look at the description, it says from 90 Day Fiance.
People don't look at the description.
I'm like, they don't care. They're just, to be fair, like if you look at videos like on Facebook, sometimes you'll scroll to the next one. All it shows is the title. You won't even know what the lead in is. So it's like I shouldn't be annoyed, but I'm like, yeah, I know. I know. I wrote it.
I know.
I wrote it on there.
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
I obviously know who I was posting. But
Yeah.
It's all right.
Me and my son. That's what we constantly do is make fun of each other by saying Harry Potter.
Oh, okay. You guys are Harry Potter fans?
Not at all. Like I don't dislike Harry Potter. Like,
I've never seen one of them.
Never.
We just talked about that on ours. I was like, I no, I haven't. I don't. I've seen like parts, but like,
Yeah.
to sit down all the way through.
They're not bad.
I'm not against it.
Once you get through like the first,
have
like,
8
Now
hours.
you just can't watch it just for like to say that you.
Yeah, I want to be a part of that group.
Yeah.
It was like the Game of Thrones thing. I held
Yeah.
off for like the longest time, but I've watched it now. But I was like, no, I've never seen it.
I'm still holding off on Game of Thrones.
Hey, you should
tried.
watch it.
I watched
It's
the first
good.
episode.
Once you get into the second one, no, you gotta get in. You gotta get into the meat and bones, man.
I watched the first episode and I was like,
See,
the whole time.
No, now that you can binge it, I couldn't imagine watching that because we watched the new one and I'm like, this is maddening. Like,
Yeah.
I cannot wait another 2 years. But like we had
no,
all
I
8
did. It was
seasons.
horrible.
It's
it was fucking horrible.
I couldn't imagine waiting, and they gapped it a long time.
Yeah.
Maddening. So
I've heard people say that they're like, "Oh, wait till the whole season's out and then I'll watch
Like you
it."
make
I'm
me
like,
watch all the dumbest shit, and you won't watch Game of Thrones.
oh, dumb shit.
I tried. I literally did try. What did I make you? We talking about Andor? Don't you fucking dare!
You only watched one episode. You said though, right?
I tried to watch one episode. I couldn't get through one.
You have to-
I don't like
you have to
fantasy.
watch
I don't like.
different-
I don't like
Okay.
high
But
fantasy.
you like
It's not high fantasy.
Andor is
You're
like
a Star Wars world guy.
No, I literally. That's the craziest thing about it is I didn't
It's
even.
not high fantasy.
I've never even watched Andor.
What's not high fantasy?
Game of Thrones.
I don't think so.
Yes, it
High
is.
fantasy.
It's not
There's
high fantasy.
fucking dragons.
Not until like
No, yeah,
the
first.
focus is not the dragons.
Yeah, that doesn't come till later.
So they have a show called what? What's the spin-off show
It's
called,
not-
guys?
House
it's not
of
about
Dragons has dragons. Oh, now that's got dragons.
But it's not like a bunch
That's
of
not Game of
fairies and
Thrones.
magic and all that kind of shit.
There's
It's
no
like
fairies.
It's like I mean,
Oh,
there
there
might be.
probably is.
Is there fairies?
There's a dwarf, but he's not like magical. Like it's not
don't-
like a magic
You
show.
talking about the Dinklage guy?
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Peter Dinklage. Did you call him a dwarf? I don't think he's actually
He
a
did
dwarf.
He did
He
some
is.
shisty stuff. He is a dwarf.
He's a midget.
The way I understood
What's
the
the
show.
proper word
Like,
anymore?
short-
I think
I
little
I feel like
people-
I'm allowed to say it.
You are. You have a pass. You have
Are you in that level of
I'm
midget?
4'11". I'm 1 inch away from being a dwarf.
You have an impasse.
4'11".
Yes.
I was
close.
sitting down when you came in, so I guess I don't. I'm
Yeah,
bad at
you
guessing
didn't.
height.
You were like you didn't realize that you were eye level with her.
I also have.
Probably.
I also
Oh wow,
have-
wow! Those
all
are
of my shoes are
platform
platforms.
Crocs. I've never seen that. You like Crocs a lot, huh?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
caught that.
Yeah.
I caught that.
She used to hate him. Didn't
I
you?
hated
him
him.
for the
So
longest
So
water
much.
does get in there, right? Because you
Not
talked
in
about that
these.
on the episode. You kind of just blew off when he said water gets in there.
Yeah.
But it does, right?
These ones, it does. If I like out in the snow and it gets on the top, yeah. But it's like the
But
fluffy
you're not
part.
wild, just like walking through piles of snow with those. See,
No.
I wear shoes like
I mean,
this,
I
so I
walked
don't.
in here.
Yeah, I like jump through puddles all
yeah,
the time and
yeah.
stuff.
See,
Like,
I wear Converse.
Yeah.
ooh, yeah.
I wear those too,
Some
and those also
Chuckies.
get fucking wet. but they're also platforms.
Yeah.
I get the platforms so I don't get wet.
Platforms all the time.
Have you guys? I know your answer to this, but have you had a chance to watch the new Last of Us show? Are you interested in that at all?
No, I just canceled HBO Max just out of the fact that they just raised the price by $1. And I was like, you know what?
$1?
Screw you guys.
Netflix just raised it by like $5.
Yeah, but at the same time, they have me by that.
Balls.
Yeah.
What is it? What's on Netflix that you're obsessed with?
Nothing. I don't watch it at all. My son.
I don't either, and
Oh,
I still pay for it.
Yeah, if I don't have
hate
that, my son
Netflix.
just killed Dance Monsters. Like he's
Oh, yeah?
obsessed with that show. And then Action Pack is his go to sleep.
How old is your son?
He's just turned 6.
That's sick. Okay, cool. Yeah,
Fucking wild.
We both have a shit ton of kids.
You guys have a shit ton of kids?
3.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Okay.
That's a lot.
3 is a lot compared to 1, right?
3
We
is
did
a
1.
lot.
Yeah, we're done.
We have 4.
We're done. Well,
We have my oldest
I've been
son
reckless,
with
but-
my oldest son with my ex-wife. Then my girl has 2 kids, and we have a kid together. So
Yeah,
Four
didn't you guys
kids.
just think she was pregnant?
Oh yeah, and I think last night might be a bad one too because she didn't pee. So bad.
you gotta pee after.
We went out last night,
Yeah.
which is Kokomo. What year did you graduate?
2006.
So you're around my same.
2007.
Okay, so it's around the same time. So you guys are aware of the old social.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bar Blue Social?
I missed it though. I missed it.
Okay, Bar Blue Social.
I went there one time.
I wasn't old enough to go, but my mom
Powerhouse
went there.
Gym Social. Powerhouse
Yeah,
Gym
yeah.
Social.
I mean, I've been to both, but very rare.
Okay, it's just not what it is. We went to Mulligan's last night. I guess the ale house. And there was no one there. When I
Yeah,
say
no.
no one, we were the only ones there.
Yeah.
Well, that was Mulligan's before, right?
Mulligan's
Now
used
it's
to be-
Ale House. Yeah, yeah.
You go to Mulligan's or
people
you
go?
go to Social? Is it one of the two you go to?
Well, have you been to Cooper's?
Yeah, well, that's where we started. We
Yeah.
started at Cooper's, Coterie, and then
I don't really know. Like, to be fair, I've never really been like a bar guy. Like, I
hate
don't mind
bars.
it, but like, I don't drink beer. And like, when I go in somewhere, like, okay, I went to the Coterie and like me and Brian, the guy we talked about earlier,
I saw him at Cooper's last night. We were
he's
walking
everywhere.
out.
He's all out. He
Oh,
was
yeah.
at
We saw him
Fox's
at
Trail.
Starbucks.
We saw him at my girl saw him at Fox's Trail. We saw him at Starbucks. Somebody messaged like, "Hey, I saw Brian last night at Barlow's." I was like, "He got his haircut. He got a meal. He went to Cooper's. He went to Starbucks." I'm like, "This guy, he's a celebrity."
Cooper's makes good food.
Oh yeah, they do have some
Really
good
good
shit.
food.
Did you try the yolk yet?
No, I saw you guys went to that. It's gonna look. I will.
So much
We
better.
will.
I thought it would be. I was like, let's see how it goes. I thought my girl was gonna hate it, and we got some pretty standard stuff, but it was delicious. They killed it.
So you said you don't drink beer. You just don't drink at all, or
I drink like I got. That was like when I went to the Coterie. I got like a peanut butter like
Whiskey?
no, the peanut butter burger
Burger.
because we were like hanging
Oh,
out.
okay.
And then I was like, "Can I get like a Crown and Coke?" He's like, "We don't have Crown." I'm like, well, "You know,
how long ago did you go?
A year and a half ago, maybe."
Yeah, they used to do some weird shit. Like they didn't even serve Miller Lite for like the longest
They don't-
time. My wife's like, I'm not going there.
They were
until
too kitschy. I
They're not
listen,
anymore. They're a little better.
Listen, I love you, Kyle. I'm not trying. Like Kyle's the homie. Like I love the guy. He's a great guy. But you can't pretend like you're cooler than the originals.
He
you know
does
what I
block
mean?
out a lot of clientele.
Yeah.
Well, it is.
I get it if you're trying to like create an environment,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like what you end up getting is people that are like,
You do, yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
like that. What is it? South Park episode where they smell their own farts. That's what I think of when you like. I don't. Yeah, we don't allow Bud Lights in here. We don't allow. And
I
I
used to
kinda
say like
get
the
it.
Miller Lite. We have it here to pay the bills.
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of thing. Like,
Fine.
like fuck you. Like we had to put it on here.
Yeah, but that's so like I love him so much, but he's such a fucking hipster, dude. You're a
Oh
hipster.
yeah, I got it. I mean, yeah.
Hey,
He served me drinks my entire adult life. So I don't know.
Yeah. What are you gonna do, Kyle, when this guy walks in? You're gonna serve that guy a fucking, what are they called? Like the beers that are like, what are they? The foreign beers?
Oh, like everybody drinking those IPA. I
IPAs,
watched
that's what
6
it is.
guys just go out and get these IPAs. I used to be a big beer drinker. I cannot stand beer anymore.
Yeah. Give me a Crown and Coke, or like I'll
Yeah,
just take
I'm
like a Smirnoff.
Rum or
I'm okay
vodka.
with.
Vodka. Give me a vodka Sprite.
You just don't want to taste anything, do you?
Last time I went there, I
Not
got
really.
something that was like
Yeah.
it was supposed to be like a cider thing,
Yeah.
but it ended up being just fucking
Oh.
what is it? Hot damn,
Yeah.
the Fireball.
You
It
just
was
misheard
Fireball.
the guy. He was like, "Hey, do you mind if I get cider?" And you're like, "Yeah, I'll take one."
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
There's
know.
a guy on our page. His name's Dixon Cider. Have you seen him?
No,
I
That's his
wanted to
name.
create an actual cider company. You know, there's like 4 of them. There's actually 4 Dixon ciders, like real companies. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, there's no original idea anymore. Like
No.
at this point,
No.
it's been done and just copy.
It's
'Cause-
unfortunate. I mean, it is what it is. Like every single time I make a joke that's not funny, I'm like, "Hey, at least it was originally not
Hey,
funny."
yeah, you know what? What did Wayne Gretzky used to say? You miss every shot you don't take.
Exactly.
Or something
Yeah.
you just take.
You mean
And
Michael
the internet's
Scott?
made there. Michael Scott also. See,
Do you remember that?
yeah,
He had the quote, and it said he quoted Wayne Gretzky saying it, and then said Michael Scott on the bottom, like he's quoting the quote.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's so dumb.
Yeah.
Did you watch The Office?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Scott is just, that show really went downhill.
I hated Michael Scott in the beginning.
Oh,
Really?
I think
And everybody was
the
so
first
mad at
season-
him.
by him.
He was just a douche.
Well, they had
That's
to
the
change his
point.
entire character in the second season because after the first season, they tried to like mimic the British Office. And
Yeah.
then
Well, he was obnoxious. He was obnoxious, and I hated him.
He had no redeeming qualities. Americans
Yeah.
don't like people without redeeming.
I guess
qualities.
I'm such a bad person.
The
I don't
first
even compare
episode
to
of season
first
2
He
was
was just
like,
annoying.
Okay, I'll have to rewatch it now. It's usually what's
it's
on
not
at the
redeeming.
hotel.
Yeah.
It was like
Comedy Central. That's
it
all
got
they
to
play.
it was at the Phyllis's wedding, and I was like, "What a fucking asshole!"
Now that one, he had a redeeming part of that one. That one I liked.
And then everybody's like, "But he saved the group." I'm like, "Ugh."
When he tells Phyllis about the boner thing, or like getting a boner for Phyllis, it's
I'm
gotta be
getting
the
the
Yeah.
boner.
funniest
That's
thing
definitely
that-
first season.
Like the second time I watched it, I was like, "Okay, I get it." Like the first time watching through, I was like, "I fucking hate that guy," but I love him.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was
Steve
weird.
Carell's the
Love to
shit.
hate.
Yeah.
Steve Carell's the shit. You can't say anything.
Like the
good
second
about
time
him.
through, I was like, I get it, and I see it.
Yeah,
But,
that's
like-
the Napoleon Dynamite thing for me.
Yeah.
My wife and I were just talking about Napoleon Dynamite, and she's like, "I hated that movie." I was like, "Yeah, the first time you watch it, it's the worst movie in the planet.
yeah.
The second time though,
Yeah.
greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
I promise
It
you.
was
the
a time
second
capsule.
time it's better.
We talked about this last night, right? I brought up Napoleon Dynamite because it was like a low budget film that they made like
Yeah.
at
Talking
like a
about making a
school or
second
some
one.
shit. Yeah, I heard they might be, but
Which
they,
I just found out is Uncle Rico is Greg from White Lotus. I don't know if you watch White Lotus.
not yet. But I've seen
Oh,
a
dude,
lot of
blew
good
my
stuff.
mind.
About it.
I was like, this is
Actually,
crazy.
I actually have a topic today about White Lotus. You might know the guy.
Yeah, for sure. That
so
guy's.
apparently White Lotus star Theo James was eyeing a gay role in George Michael biopic.
Well, he had his
and,
dick slanging it all out on this
bro,
episode. So
Adam
he's
Lambert.
ready to go.
Adam Lambert was very mad. He said, "Yeah, another straight man playing a gay icon."
Oh, good. So he's not gay. This guy. This.
I mean, I didn't.
What's his
I
name?
don't.
Theo James.
Theo
Okay.
James. Yeah, apparently he's not.
His dick was swinging. He must have been auditioning because his dick was all out in this White Lotus. Like he's a shiesty little dude.
He
White
was in
Lotus.
the Divergent series. That's the only thing I've ever seen.
Okay,
that he did.
I know what
Do
you're
you remember
talking about.
that? He was
Yeah.
like, his name was like 4 in it. Me and my girl
Yeah.
just rewatched him. I'd never seen the third one.
Why are they trending right now?
Divergence trending.
Yeah.
Weird shit trends.
Yeah.
It's just like we're gonna bring
And
this
then you
back.
just said you were watching it. I was like, it's probably because you saw it was trending.
No, I didn't see it was trending. I didn't even know it was trending. We were scrolling through HBO Max and it popped up on there. And I was like, "Have you ever watched all 3 of these?" Because they had all 3 of them. And she's like, "No, I've only seen the first one." I was like, "Let's watch them in succession and
read
see
those.
why they stopped."
There's only
making
3?
them. There's only 3 movies, but I think there's more.
There's
But
4
Third one
books.
must have went to shit. And
it
nobody
did.
went and
That
saw
we
it.
watched the third one. I was like, "Oh, okay."
That girl
Yeah.
didn't
There's
really
4
do anything
books.
after that. She was supposed to be the next Jennifer
Shane-
Lawrence.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shane-
she dated Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, for a
That's
long
where she's
time.
from. Oh,
Yeah.
good old A-Rod.
Well, she's done a million things. She started on that Secret Life of American Teenagers.
Never seen
Remember that show where it was like about a pregnant girl and everybody was like up in arms about it? It was like an ABC like family show.
So
But
we
she
were
was-
up in
I
arms
remember
about
the
10
name,
years
but I
ago.
don't remember the
It's
show.
like we're
Well, they were like, it's glorifying.
Oh,
teenage pregnancy.
I watched that. It was dumb.
now
was
we have
very
Teen
dumb.
It was
Mom.
one of those shows that my friends were like, "You got to watch this," and I'm like, "Okay," and then I did, and I hated it.
Well, it was very like,
Which is like majority of shows.
Was it like WB or something?
no, it was ABC Family,
Even
Yeah.
worse.
but it was
was
overacted in the best
very.
ways. I love it.
It was like a sitcom, but for like pregnant teens.
It was a teen sitcom, and I don't think they'd ever done anything like that. Like it was very much like As the World Turns.
Was
or-
Teen
Yeah.
Mom out at this time, or
It was
this,
after.
yeah.
So Teen Mom came after, or this the series?
This
came
came
in?
after.
This came
So
after.
they were like,
but it
let's
was
dramatize. Let's dramatize
Yeah.
Teen Mom.
Yep.
I got a
Absolutely.
great idea.
Yeah.
What if we did the same thing they're doing, but in this case, we get to decide that our people
Yeah.
aren't going to be porn stars.
No original
Yeah.
idea.
Remember that one girl became a porn star?
She's
Oh,
still
yeah.
a porn star.
Farrah
Farrah.
Abrams.
Her daughter's old enough now to watch that porn too.
Wasn't
That's
it-
what's terrifying.
wasn't like-
I've seen a lot of them.
Wasn't it all?
I've seen all of
butthole-based?
them.
Yeah.
They're not great.
No.
She's very
She's
like
very,
bony.
yeah. And
Isn't it?
Yeah.
That guy got in very big trouble. That James Dean dude. He
Yeah.
got in some
Did
huge.
he?
Oh yeah, like going a little too far on the strangling sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah, a little too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I heard it was all
Yeah.
butthole based.
Yeah.
It was all like butt stuff, and she. And
Yeah,
he's
it was a
known
lot
for
of
that,
butt
right?
stuff.
Oh, for the
and she has no
Ferris
butt.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't understand why girls do the girls that have no butts. Like you got other positions you could do. Like
Yeah.
there's girls that do this in porn
Like
specifically.
I can see your bones.
Yeah.
There's not even a butt.
Some guys are into that though. Some guys are really into that like skinny anorexic little boy look.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
I can't get into that.
I saw this in the news. Did you guys see?
I did see this.
This girl popped up.
She's got a reality show.
Yeah, exactly. And she is like a little kid or an adult trapped in a little kid's body.
She's gonna be so offended to hear that you say that she's a little kid.
She looks like a fucking little kid. She knows what she looks like. But
she's stuck in an 8-year-old's body.
Yeah, man dating woman trapped in kid's body responds.
This has been my problem.
This
has been my problem with dating for my entire fucking life.
Is that every guy that wants to date?
I had someone tell me they liked sleeping with me because I was the size of a child.
That's terrifying.
Matt, I told you not to tell her that.
That's
I know.
terrifying. Guys are creepy, man.
Yeah,
it's an intrusive thought.
It's funny to me because like I'll go to work and I have this. It's stupid. I have this hat and it's got like 2 little fuzzballs on it, and like I swear to God, the attention I get when I have this fucking thing on is ridiculous. I had a guy buy me a drink when I walked in the cafeteria. I had like 3
These are all
other
older
guys.
men, right?
At work, yes.
See, it's gross. Do you work the same place?
Yeah.
Okay. Older men, dude. Stop.
It's like and they're old enough to be like my grandparents.
Every time.
Every time.
I watched an old man hit on a woman at Kroger yesterday. Like I go shopping and she was walking around, decent looking housewife. But leave her alone. And he's like, "Do you need help with that?" She's like, "No, I'm just trying to figure out what I want. Like, leave me alone, dude." It's like, dude, you're not getting laid at the grocery store.
This is probably the best podcast ever because I'm enjoying. I have so many topics you guys are hitting. I'm like, I need to show you guys some of the stuff I have.
After that started happening, I texted Matt and I was like, you know what? This is really fucked up, and I know it's because I'm wearing this hat because everybody kept coming up and like rubbing it and stuff. So I was like, tomorrow I'm wearing I'm wearing pigtails.
Yeah,
and it got worse.
No, I had a guy he gave me weed.
That's what I mean. It got worse.
You
got more stuff.
I had another guy. Like, I had multiple people just come up and talk to me and tell me I'm their favorite person and, like, complimenting me and stuff. And I'm like, this is fucking wild. Like, how far can I take this? You could. How much shit can I get?
Why do you think there's something like schoolgirl type uniforms or something like that?
Well, it's because I'm 5 foot tall and I'm like...
Yeah, you're petite.
And I'm not ugly, but, like...
Creepy dudes.
Well,
it's fucking weird. I said I'm not ugly. I
didn't say like the brother-sister thing going. Yeah.
We've been like really good friends for like almost 10 years now. Like we
attack him now. He's been attacking you.
Say something about me.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
Say he's got a small
penis. She knew what she signed up for when she started this Nickelback shirt. She came in here antagonizing me.
You came in hot.
She came in and antagonized me.
You were with me when I bought this damn Nickelback shirt.
I know, and I told you it was
Hot Topic.
Yeah.
Even worse.
She got a free shirt too. What was the? I keep forgetting what the free one was.
I didn't get a free one. I got the other with the. Yeah, I did get a free one. It was the cat, but it's like a...
it's like a seance cat. It's like doing a fucking seance.
I can't believe that story.
And I got this shirt so because Mac Miller's birthday was on January 19th. And I was like,
I was like, we're both going to wear band shirts tomorrow. And,
and I said, I'm going to wear a true artist shirt.
Spotify claims I'm the top 1% listener of...
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was like, I feel awesome.
Put on circles and swimming in
all the time. That's one of my favorites.
Like,
I can't... I feel so... I cry when that...
Circles?
Think about... That he can't make an album after.
Oh, dude!
After swimming in circles, like,
the NPR Tiny Desk is one of my favorite things in the world.
You just gave me chills.
I know.
2009 is my jam.
Me and my girl, that's one of the things we bonded over really quickly was how much we both love like Mac Miller.
I actually got on the NPR series because of that. That was I was like, oh, this is a thing. Like, nobody holds a candle to his, really.
Well, like there's some good ones. His is really great because the strings, and he did kill it. But Tyler, the Creator, has an amazing one too.
Check it out.
He's got strings on there.
I don't like his music as much as Mac Miller.
Oh, you're missing out.
Am I though?
Yeah. I think they're very similar. They're way more similar. What do you listen to?
I don't know.
He's like, I listen
podcast.
No,
really, that's like my main goal now is podcast.
I don't blame you. Yeah.
A lot of weird stuff comes up on my Spotify, stuff I don't even know. Like just new artists, like small little guys.
Yeah, it's weird to me that you guys brought up the thing about the girl, like you seen the girl kind of being gawked at, and you're getting gawked at work about the same thing. Because I actually pulled this video, but I wanted to get your guys' opinion on it, if you guys don't mind. But this is the video.
Girls at the gym.
So this girl is at the gym, and she's doing a whole video. So apparently she already knew. Oh, it's gonna stop. There we go. See the guy in the back, right? But she obviously edited this as well, and it's very interesting. So she's doing like the pussy.
Yeah, does that do anything? Is that working anything really? I've seen that exercise a lot.
It's got to be doing something, right?
I thought it was your abs.
There's other ways to work your abs out instead of thrusting your vagina in the air.
Those hip thrusts, though, I think they're good for like your glutes and everything too.
That guy's not doing anything in the back for sure. He's just staring.
Okay, so this is my take on it. Let me pause it for 2 seconds here. Hopefully it doesn't restart. My take is this guy's waiting to use the rack. She's at the squat rack. This is my take on it, and I'm not saying you tell me what you think because you probably have a different vibe. I feel like he's waiting on her to waiting to use the squat rack. Now watch what he says and tell me if you guys get the same vibe and you think.
He's not married, for one. You can see by his ring. He doesn't have a ring on. What's so wrong with, I guess, I don't know.
If she's there to work out, she doesn't deserve to be gawked at.
Guys are going to look at the gym.
But you're also sharing equipment. That's the kind of like the point, too. So, like, let's watch how he interacts. So he comes up.
Excuse me?
So he's grabbing her weight.
You don't have to do that. It's okay. No,
You want to put it on?
Thank you, though.
So he was coming up. Clearly,
He was trying to clean up the mess. Like,
he was trying to clean it up. What I got from that, so she's annoyed and she's like, "This is why I don't go to the gym. This guy, I want to rip his pee-pee out of his socket." Like, to me, the way I look at this is this girl set this camera up maybe to clearly because she wants somebody to see her doing this. She didn't notice him before she set the camera up. The camera was
for
up
sure,
first.
yeah.
And then so she's posting this somewhere for something. It's fine, I get it. She's an attractive woman. She's doing these weird hip thrusts. She's also and she says on here, "I was at the squat rack on." He's going to jail for staring at an under 21-year-old. What? Do you not know what consent is? This woman's insane. I just think she's
an underage
he's going to
21-year-old.
jail.
An underage 21. This is
Why
why
are you
I don't want
underage if
kids.
you're 21?
No,
This is
you're
why.
not. You're
Doesn't
not
it
even
seem weird
underage
to be like, "This is why I don't want kids"? Like, what's that have to do with it?
Well, this just seems like to me is I want TikTok followers, so follow like a lot of.
Absolutely.
I'm not
feminists
saying that
follow
this.
me.
I'm not saying that this doesn't happen because it does.
Oh, absolutely.
It's primal.
I
Okay,
feel like
first
this
of all,
is very staged.
Yes.
And
sure.
she's
And edited.
doing it to make people
It's not
think
just
that.
me. It's not just me. I just want to make sure.
No, for sure. Okay, as a guy, I'm a married guy, but when you're a single guy, it's like you can just watch them because I'm in the environment I work in. I'm 40 feet in the air. I can see the whole workforce down there.
Yeah.
Guys look no matter what. It doesn't matter if you have everything, your baggy clothes on or you have tight clothes on.
Yeah.
Guys look. It's primal. It's weird.
It's like
you don't mean to,
yeah.
but your eyes immediately go to what you're attracted. You know what I mean? You look away a millisecond, but guys, I don't know. And pointing out on TikTok's not helping your case.
I just think women.
But there's a difference between doing that and then there's a difference between like standing and staring, like
standing
gawking,
and staring is weird. That's weird.
Yeah,
Don't do
like
that.
you notice. I notice. Like I look, but
Yeah.
like
Don't stand and stare.
But I'm not, like-
Don't be weird about it.
being weird about it. Yeah.
There's a lot of cartoon episodes. There's a lot of sitcoms
But he
explain
didn't
about
look
don't
like-
stare too long.
Yeah.
Like, I was a kid. But I
Well, he
watched those
doesn't look
episodes.
like he's like doing
The
that.
way what I got from it was she's doing this thing. She notices him in the back because she's looking at her video because that's why she's at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, obviously she works out. I'm not saying that she doesn't, but she sees him in the background and she starts to do this. Like, "Oh, this guy's wrong."
Mm-hmm.
He's like, but then at some point in the video, she explains, or like through text or something, that she's at the squat rack because she wants to be out of the way. And I'm like, or other people want to use the fucking squat rack. And
Yeah, there's only like one or two.
when he finally gets to her, what is he doing? He's trying to get something to clean up I'll help you clean this up, put this stuff up. Probably because he wants to fucking use the rack. I'm like, doesn't that seem more like
Yeah.
That seems
plausible?
plausible. Yeah, that's more. I mean,
He didn't see. I mean, it's
he
not.
wasn't staring. He wasn't just like, he was glancing
And he
over
was,
there.
and to be fair, like he didn't look like the type of guy that's
He
like
didn't look like he
incel.
cared.
He didn't look incel. He looked like he was in good shape. He
He
probably
didn't hit
gets a
on her
lot of
either.
chicks, and he never
he
hit on her.
didn't say, hey, he just asked one quick question and
Yeah,
walked
if
away.
he came up and was like, "Hey, girl, I'll help you. What you doing?"
Exactly.
Later? Then that's a
Yeah.
whole different. If he was like a Kelso,
ask for a number, ask to go on a date or something like that. That's a whole different.
Have you seen the new that '90s show?
No, I haven't. I've seen,
It's way better than I thought it was going to be.
Is it?
I was very skeptical.
I'll have to check it out.
I was like, "Man, this is good."
That's
Get past
Netflix,
the
right?
Yeah. Get past the first episode though, because
okay, you're gonna
it's
do that
just
to
like,
me?
It's just like
This guy can't watch the second
Well,
episode of Game of Thrones.
you'll like the first episode. Well, it's the fantasy.
There's a bunch of cameos.
It's not
right?
fantasy.
It's all cameo. That's why I didn't like it.
Do
The
you
first
watch
episode was bad for that reason.
How I Met Your Father?
No, I haven't gotten to that one. I want
There's
to.
a
It's
new season
Hulu,
coming
right?
out. Yeah, it's Hulu.
I didn't know that one
I
existed.
canceled Hulu.
You don't know that? It's Lizzie McGuire.
Is it?
Yeah.
it's- well,
What's her name?
Hillary Duff.
It's always Lizzie
Hillary
McGuire to me.
Duff. I always think of Dane Cook because he has that joke like, "Thanks, Hillary Duff."
Dane Cook. He's looking
Yeah.
old, man.
It was like the "Don't say
rough.
gay." She was like, she used to do those campaigns where she's like, "You shouldn't say that. You shouldn't say gay."
I don't
was like,
remember those
Thanks a lot,
campaigns.
Hillary Duff. You guys remember that?
No.
Yeah, she's
Way to
married. Isn't
go.
she married to like a hockey player? Yeah.
I think they got divorced.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they got divorced, and then she
Good.
came out with this
I'm just kidding.
horrible series on TV Land and bombed, and now she's got that hot.
Hayden Panettiere actually was with like a huge hockey guy too. Hockey guys stay winning on blonde women.
I
Remember
just-
Hayden Panettiere?
Yeah, the Nashville one. I remember her from Nashville.
I remember from
drug
Heroes.
That's
Save
a
the
that's a
cheerleaders.
I know the
callback.
name, but I don't know.
Wow, that's a that lasted
Save the
what one
cheerleaders.
season?
No, it lasted like 4.
Did
And
it
then
really?
they rebooted it and it died.
Okay.
It was a lot. By the time I got to like the 4th season, well, okay, so remember the writer's strike?
Yes.
Remember when that kids nowadays don't know about the writer's strike, but there was a huge writer's strike, shut down like every
Everything.
fucking show.
They wanted money
Heroes,
from DVD sales.
Heroes got destroyed from that. That's the reason that
So
show
I was right
died.
during that.
Yeah, their second season got cut short, and they didn't get to tell the full story, and the momentum just died off. That first season was so.
See,
fucking
I
good,
wasn't. I
actually.
was such a bro at that time. I was so mad about Entourage being messed up.
Listen, I'm not gonna
I was like,
lie.
no,
I'm not
you
gonna
can't
lie.
do this. I need more of my
Bro,
Entourage.
anytime the HBO
Yes,
anytime that
that's-
comes on, I just think of Entourage.
Exactly. I had to catch that on Sundays or whenever it came out.
Did you watch the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I mean, it is.
It is
whatever.
what it is.
Yeah,
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It wasn't great. It's not gonna. You're not gonna win an Oscar, but it was great. It was a great capper at the end of the show.
I guess. I listened to their podcast for a long time, and then
Yeah.
it just went into not about Entourage at all. Just about,
Jeremy Piven just talking about his life.
well, it was Doug and
okay.
it was Doug E and Johnny Drama.
Oh shit. Okay. I
And it
didn't
was
see
really they started it as like an Entourage recap, and then it just was like
That's
we're
what
just gonna
your
talk
buddy-
about our lives.
That's what your buddy Matt, your homie Matt, your good friend Matt. He listens to the Always Sunny in Philadelphia version
good-
of that where they talk about the show.
They talk about. Do they actually talk about the show?
They
and not
started
their
off that way.
projects?
They started out with it just being the show, and then it's kind
No,
of
it's just them talking.
went
shit.
crazy. since
That's a
then.
good. That's a good crew, though. I mean,
My
they have a
biggest
really-
issue-
He listens to the Boy Meets World one too.
Yeah.
I fucking love me some Boy Meets World. I used to catch that. My sister and I get off the bus and be like, Boy Meets World.
Well, they have a podcast now where they go over
Okay,
the
I'm
episodes.
watching it.
Is Topanga
I mean,
on there?
Topanga.
Yeah. Should
That's
wear
my-
anything low cut or?
I don't.
Okay, I'm not
he
gonna
listens
watch.
to it. He
I'm not
doesn't
watching
watch
them.
it.
I think that's the only one my wife like knows that I have like a thing.
You know who
for
I think looks
Topanga.
like
That's the only
Topanga?
acceptable one.
She looks like Topanga. to
Not
me.
at all.
Yeah, just like her.
Maybe like if she took a lot of hair.
They found her husband.
This came out. Carol
This is such a
Baskin's
lie.
ex-husband found alive.
You know,
after
the
being
family
missing
came out. I
for
was
that-
like, no, he's not.
yeah, exactly. She's full of shit. She's just trying to lie.
She's wild.
Yeah, she's an insane person.
That series. Do you think that series would have been as big as it was if we weren't all locked into our houses
No,
at the time?
no.
Not at all.
I don't think it would have caught
You
fire.
watch
Yeah.
it now, you're like, what?
Yeah.
It's
There's
ridiculous.
no substance here.
And they recreated they recreated it like a dramatized version.
They
That
tried
was
like
insane.
two. Well,
Yeah.
they wanted like they did like right after this like Nicolas Cage signed up and like a bunch of
Yeah,
people
it
signed
was
up and
insane.
none of them.
They had a
materialized.
woman playing a woman gender bending homeboy, Tiger King.
Oh, Tiger King.
Yeah, they had a woman playing him.
I think I know what series. Wasn't it Kate McKinnon?
Yeah,
in
it was
that
Kate
one? I never
McKinnon.
watched.
I would
one
never
series.
watch
Yeah,
it. I was
that
as
rocked.
interested in that as I am Game of Thrones.
Oh
Oh
man,
man, I had to
That's
do it.
so
I had to do it.
hurtful.
It hurts. I know. It hurts.
Tiger
But you know what?
King.
I tried. I really did.
poor guy stuck in jail too. Tiger
I'll try
King.
again. Yeah, he is. He's gone. He's done for.
You have to watch Game of Thrones.
I'll try again.
20 years. He'll get.
Yeah.
a
Okay, so
DVD
it
set
started
or
off.
something.
It started off.
Dust him off.
It started off like the first episode. It was like this: the guy's like getting killed in the woods, and it's all frozen. And then they run in. Do you guys remember the first episode?
Yeah,
Hell no,
of course I do.
And then they run. And they're like talking about it. And I was like, this is just boring. I don't want to.
You got to get through the fucking pilot episode.
They
It sets
gotta
up the
build.
entire
They gotta
show.
build. They gotta build
They
the
gotta,
world.
you got to get
yeah,
into the
world
character,
building.
like introduce the characters and everything, and know what's going on.
It has the same. To me, it had the same problem that the original Golden Compass movie had. Was like the world wasn't built quick enough.
You
for
talked
me.
about that last week. Yes.
And I watched the show on it. They have a TV show.
I
They
didn't
did a
know they
great
had a
job.
show.
But the way they did that is they created. It's called His Dark Materials. They created like a multiverse
that's a
that they go between worlds, and they had like a parallel to our world, and that's what grounded it for me. I need something to ground it, and I'm just
See,
not.
but they're going off of the books.
Who what the fuck wants to drink mead? Like they're probably drinking mead.
I
and-
want to actually find some meat. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm really interested. I'm not a drinker, but like, kind of want to try it.
Dude.
It's a lot of wine.
Is it wine or is it like? I don't know. When they say mead, it could be whatever. It could be like
Well,
fermented
you see it
animal
in the
fat.
cup. It's wine. Like
Is it supposed to be? It's like a whole different world, right? It's not our world.
What world?
Like the
Game of
Game of
Thrones?
Thrones world is a whole different world.
Sure. I mean, there's dragons, so yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Well, I
dragons
mean-
and wizards and stuff.
But
Well,
like,
not
what's
wizards, but like
what-
the
how does it
snow
ground you?
guy.
There's no cell phones in sight. Like they don't.
There's a Starbucks cup in the 8th season.
Yeah,
heard
there's
about
there's a water bottle too. I think.
Yeah.
There's like a Toyota Land Cruiser somewhere in there too. I think
Yeah.
I've heard that.
Somebody was
too.
wearing a watch.
Somebody they got Joe Rogan in there just doing a podcast. Hey guys, what's up? Just hanging out.
It's just like medieval times.
You know, I think that's what kills me is that like I can't relate to anything on those. I just don't have.
You're supposed to just.
You don't fuck your sister?
Not yet.
Wow.
Not yet. I've been trying for years. I'm just kidding.
Harsh.
I don't have any sisters. I have stepsisters and half. I have a stepsister and half.
So
Well,
it would only
apparently,
be
according to
half,
porn,
like-
stepsister fucking is okay.
It would only be like partially like gross.
Yeah, porn says it's okay. So.
Yeah.
Well, it could be worse. I don't know if you heard about this. A woman gives her brother oral sex through a hole in the wall and is blaming the U.S. dating site WildSmash.com.
That's called a glory hole, and those are common.
The dating site claims by
Are they?
typing in your
I
zip code.
tried-
I've never seen a glory hole.
Really? How much traveling have you done? Because I stop at a lot of truck stops. And
not
I'm
a
telling
lot.
you right now, there is a
They're
lot
there.
of sharp-looking holes. That, like, I would never stick my dick in there. I don't care what's on the other side of that. I don't.
I didn't learn what a lot lizard was until I worked at Hardee's and somebody
I've seen a
walked
lot of
up.
those too.
Yeah.
I've stayed at a few hotels where they're hotel wizards or whatever.
Is that what they're called?
They don't look. They are. They have migrated from the truck stop to the hotel.
So explain to me explain to the people what a lot lizard is.
A lot lizard is a prostitute that hangs out at truck stops.
and it's
Yeah.
usually hideous.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're usually
They're not the cleanest people.
Yeah, I mean
Oh, they're
they're
at
at
a truck stop.
I mean, truck stops, some of them have bathrooms. Hardee's did not.
Yeah, Hardee's.
I mean, it didn't have a shower.
Hardee's is the grossest fast food place. It's like such white trash.
Right?
Hardee's is like every time I think about Hardee's,
I
it's like
worked
white
there.
trash.
I worked there when I was like, I think I was 21, 22.
yeah.
And like,
The one in Kokomo?
yeah.
Okay.
And there was the lot lizards. We had homeless people living in the parking lot, and
Yeah, 'cause
like
that's right over there.
There would be times where like the homeless guy would walk and be like, "Hey, the people in the van behind us got a knife." Like what? Okay, I'm
Okay.
like 20 years old. What do you want me to do?
Do you want
me to
chicken
go out
nuggets
there?
with that?
Like,
I mean, what sauce do
do
you
you
like? What do you
need?
want me to do?
Do you need a drink? Like, do you want me to give you a coffee?
Is this the police station or?
Like, do you need to use the
Oh, this is
phone?
not where I thought it was.
And then you'd hear about them like being out there fighting and stuff. Like you'd come into work and be like, "Yeah, the guy in the van was fighting again."
That was like
Like-
the end of Kokomo too, because like that's
Yeah.
like that back then there
There's
was no
people living there.
bypass, so that was like you got through all the stoplights. Like fuck, I need to pull over some Hardee's at this point. Man, Hardee's, man, it's rough.
Wild shit. I've like sandwiches thrown at me and shit.
Fast food in general, like I watch TikToks. I mean, fast food people get
Is that the only
assaulted.
fast food place you work at?
No, I worked at Rally's and then I worked at McDonald's when I was 16.
Did you work at any fast food growing up?
One day at KFC.
One
and
day
I
you
said,
would.
"Fuck this."
That's hilarious.
I'm
That's
I
what
done
do
with
love.
that
I
shit.
see. I love customer service jobs because people try to be assholes to me, and that would be like the best day for me. I'm like, I get to be an asshole back.
Yeah, you were like.
It was
excited.
great.
I didn't get customer service. They want me to make the food and clean the dishes, and they said clean the dishes at the end of the night. And I said I quit.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
No.
I'm not in this game to clean dishes.
Did you do it in Kokomo?
No, that was when I was living in Kansas City.
Gotcha. Missouri or
Both sides.
Both sides? You
Yeah,
fucked with both?
yeah, both sides.
it's like I fuck with both sides.
A little bit.
You mean Kansas shitty?
Kansas City, Kansas is terrifying.
Kansas shitty.
Missouri's the better side.
Did you hear about that? Last night, the ESPN reporter, because they won
called
Kansas
him-
City,
oh, he just called
and
him-
she accidentally called him Kansas shitty on
Well,
the air.
you
Everybody's
know.
laughing. That's all.
It's kind of. I'm kind of over them winning anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of boring at this
Yeah.
point.
I wish I'm a Lions guy, like hardcore.
That's hard. That's hard. It's a hard. See,
Yeah, we
originally
should've
I
made
thought you guys were. I thought you were a Michigan-based podcast. I thought you guys had
Yeah,
just.
you said that. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
because I think my Facebook says I'm from Detroit. I mean, it says
Yeah,
Detroit
yeah.
or something. Whatever.
Well, my brother lived up there, like near Detroit, in where the fuck did he live? One of the small suburb towns.
Yeah,
It wasn't
there's
anything
a lot of
great.
them out there.
But he lived up there with his girl and stuff.
wasn't
They just
Taylor, was it?
No,
That's
but
where
they
I grew
did
up,
fuck with
Taylor.
Taylor. They did
Taylor's
fuck with
where
her.
I grew
Where'd you go to
up.
high school at?
Western.
Western.
I
Here?
moved.
Oh,
I moved when
okay.
I was 12. Chrysler.
Okay. Chrysler.
Chrysler
baby.
hired my father.
Chrysler hired him. He moved down here from up there.
Yeah.
Did he work up there at Chrysler?
No, he used to travel the country and fix lasers, like the lasers that do the stuff. Yeah, he's a really smart, weird guy.
Is he an
And,
engineer like type of guy?
No, I know he's very.
does weird
He's just a
shit.
dick. He's just a dick. And so he worked at Chrysler when they were building ITP.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was fixing all the machines and stuff. And like, we like you. We should hire you as our maintenance supervisor. So he did
like,
that for
cool.
years.
Hell yeah, dude. That's pretty cool though.
He made killer money until
Oh,
like
just
2008. Everybody got
Courtney's leaving the podcast to get her vape. She's got to get her vape in order to live.
Yours doesn't sound like you can hear Laura. If you listen to our podcast every once in a while, you hear Laura go. So you don't get it as bad.
Come talk in the mic.
Yeah, I'm bad. Yeah.
she's the type.
And then I cough constantly right after I do it.
Yeah, she's like the whole time, and I'm like, God damn it.
We got a lot of coughs. I try to get them out, but it happens. We're not Joe Rogan. What do you want from
This
us?
is the podcast style right here. This is something definitely that I would imagine would happen at the Coterie. A woman sues bar after being so drunk she blew up her $10 million home.
She blew up. Is
How
it
do you
her $10
blow-
million home?
Yeah, I think when she
With
said
red
her,
hair, you got a
she-
$10 million
She met her
home?
parents, definitely. Or she's like made a lot of money during the pandemic on OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, yeah, OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.com. I'm like, how does that even happen? How do you blow up your $10 million home? I feel like it has to be big enough. Like, if it's $10 million, it's got to be extravagant.
How do you make money on OnlyFans? There's free porn on the internet. Like, I don't understand.
I think that's the funniest thing about, to me, that women that are like, hey, I want to start an OnlyFans, but I don't want anybody from where I live to see it. I'm like, oh, so you want nobody to see it? Because the appeal of OnlyFans
is seeing people you know
is seeing
naked.
people you know naked. That's the appeal.
And you were talking about that, like your friends' husbands or whatever. Man, that'd be rough. I
It's
wouldn't be
weird
able
to me.
Yeah, my wife would not be on that because I'd
Like,
be like,
I tried.
"Oh,
I
yes.
couldn't.
It's just not it.
My buddy's looking at my wife's tits. I paid for those.
We had Talia on, and she was great, and she's got over 100,000 followers on social media doing it.
Again, no offense to her, okay?
Yeah,
No
yeah.
offense
No,
to her
that's
at all.
fine.
The little girl thing. That's
She does, but she's actually not very
talks
tiny. But she does have the
talks
vibe.
very
You're right.
quiet, little. Yeah, she hadn't seen. She's short. Is
No.
she short?
No, she's tall.
Oh,
Taller
she's
than me.
tall. Okay, so she seems
think.
short. Okay, well then never mind. I don't want to talk.
I know
about it.
she can't.
Fuck me.
But you're right though. Here's the thing. I will completely agree with you, because when she walked up, I was like, she is way like bigger than I thought. I thought she was a tiny little girl too. That's literally what I thought. But when I saw her in person, she wasn't. But she does give off the vibe of being like a younger.
But I mean, she is. She's like 20. What?
But
Because
also
I listen.
like,
I don't watch. When I listened, it
stature-wise,
sounded like
yeah.
she was.
No, she's
Tiny,
tall.
Tiny little girl.
she's tall. She's like
Crazy.
a lot. Like, she's sturdy. Like, she's not tiny little skinny.
So she making pretty good money from what.
Yeah,
from what I understood.
I mean, I think she's in the top 2%, top 5%.
Oh, wow.
Something like that. It's pretty crazy. I mean, you know,
Go for it.
She's
Yeah,
no,
I mean,
she's
why
no Mac
not?
Miller
I
listening,
got nothing.
but-
I got nothing against it. It's just
Yeah,
like,
no.
why pay for it? I've never signed up for it. I'm not paying for porn, man. It's
Well,
internet.
but you're married, and
Yeah.
not
Oh, I
not
still
just to
watch
pay.
porn, though.
No, but I mean, you're married. This is where I'm getting. You're married, so you're not like you've gotten pussy before. Most of the guys buying this
I get what
shit
you're
probably
saying.
don't really
I get
get
what
it.
you're saying. And I'm like, this is gonna sound gross, but I'm really attracted to my wife. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
at the
That's-
end of the
that's not
day, like
gross. That's
when I'm
normal.
watching
How's that
porn,
gross?
when some people are like, get
Get a room.
yeah,
man.
kind of like that. Like
Yeah.
I'm tired of hearing about it, kind
Yeah.
of thing. But
How long you guys been married?
7-8 years now.
That's awesome. That's amazing. That's,
As soon as
that's
I met her, I
mature.
knew her.
Yeah, yeah.
I said, this girl I'm gonna marry, and I
Yeah.
do not believe in marriage.
Yeah.
I do not recommend it to anybody.
I was never gonna get married again until I met Shelby, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
okay,
It's game
I'm never
on.
getting married.
you're a liar.
Ever again?
Ever. I've never been married.
Oh, I thought. Oh, you haven't?
She just has a bunch of kids with the same guy too.
Yeah.
Well, that's good for Kokomo. That doesn't-
Yeah, I know, right?
I mean,
There are so many people that are like,
for
do your kids have the
Kokomo.
same dad? I'm like, yeah.
You said you had 3 kids. I automatically assumed you had 3 baby daddies.
no, I got one.
He just automatically assumed it.
Yeah, I mean, I've lived here long enough. So, I mean,
It's not even your fault. It's Kokomo's fault.
It
So
is
it's
like-
okay.
Kokomo's
Sorry.
fault. It's bad. Like it's just like no. And you know what? We say it's Kokomo, but and I do travel. They're all the same.
Yeah,
every
it's
town is
everywhere.
exactly the same. People are saying the exact same thing about their town right now.
Yeah.
That's-
Sorry,
that's
I'm not
too
that trashy.
much. Yeah.
No, that's good.
The
Plus
break, the surprising thing about it is the fact that you have 2 kids that are like a year and like
They're not even a year apart.
They're almost are they Irish twins then, right?
Yeah.
They're technically
You
Irish.
just got busy.
They're
with
2
it, huh?
days.
She's got Irish twins. Well, then
She didn't even wait.
10, 12-year break, right?
11.
11-year break.
Yeah, that's
has another kid. Same guy. That's like
That's
impossible.
wild. Good for you.
And I've never been married.
Was it like
And
a,
we
was
worked
it a, was
together.
it was it a were you guys together the whole time, or
No.
was this like each two? So the 3rd kid was like, we getting a little busy, and then
He might see this. He was on purpose.
So I went.
No, yeah, for sure, I get that.
He's a
But
little
you know,
kid.
I
you know
had
what I mean.
I had a
Like,
Mirena. I had the birth control.
those little thingy things you
Yeah.
stick up there. I just learned about
Bro,
those.
Yeah.
What is going on with science,
But
man?
but they only last for 5 years. I had it in for 7.
5 years in there, it's all been there. And
Bro,
Yeah.
the
thank you.
horror stories of those, the horror stories of like they can move, they can just be like, hey, I don't really like the rent here, and just fucking move to.
Yeah,
a
they
different
can
line.
like they can.
I'm not paying rent.
They can like go through the outside of your like cervix and stuff.
I knew a girl. I saw
that
a girl.
sounds atrocious.
I saw a girl post this on fucking, I think Twitter. She said that she had the Mirena and she went to her doctor and she was like, "There's something wrong with it. I can
Mm-hmm.
feel it." And they're like, "No." So she had to get a second opinion from somebody else. The doctor said, "Okay, I guess we'll do the surgery and we'll get it out." They got it up there.
I guess
and,
we'll get it out.
And it had like it was like septic.
Oh my
Those things
God.
scare the shit out of
There
me.
are so many.
You don't. I mean,
no, I'm fixed now. But
I'm fixed.
but
She was in heat for too long. We were like,
Yeah.
"We gotta just get her the." Get
Well,
her
that
fixed."
12-year gap. I mean, did it take you very long to get
well, I
fixed
didn't
after
think
that?
me and him weren't supposed to be together.
Yeah, you already broke
like,
up.
But like we were not together for like 5 years. Then I had a lot of shit go on with me, and
Did
he was like,
candles that night? Is that
he
what it
was he was like the only one there,
Yeah.
I
the
get
only
that.
constant I had.
get
So I
that,
was
though.
like, that's fine, we can get back together. And then we like.
That's fine, I
I'm like,
guess.
I needed
Whatever.
a place to stay, and he was the father of my kids, and like, I had no intention of like actually staying with him.
Yeah.
We're getting back to
But it was
Kokomo
like
now.
I needed stability, and
Yeah.
I felt like that was what I needed.
Yeah.
At that time, and when I planned on getting myself back on my feet, we were just not good together at all, and he was abusive and horrible.
Well, that's
to me.
no good.
And it was like it's easier to raise the kids
Yeah.
together than apart.
Well,
And
after
it's
I
just
got
real.
that,
Yeah, it sure
I
is.
went to the doctor to get that Mirena out, and she said, "Hey, I don't think your insurance is going to cover this, so we're going to put you on the pill for like until you can come back, and we can figure out what you want to do." She said, "Don't come back pregnant."
Whoops.
So,
She saw
Like-
the
So
fucking
did you not
future.
take the pill, or the pill?
No, I
didn't work?
did.
The pill didn't work.
but I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
But like,
Oh, so so you didn't take the pill.
I mean, like,
I'm not good at it.
Which
so-
day we talking about?
You gotta take it 30 days. You gotta
Maybe
take it every
I took
day.
the pill.
Which day? I mean, I
That's
took
the
them some
point of
days.
it.
I mean, I found him later.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah.
But like,
Once she told me I was pregnant, I started taking them.
Oh man. I thought it worked the same way.
well, like I ended up pregnant, and I was like, I can't tell her.
Yeah.
So I went to a different doctor.
Tell your doctor.
I went to a different doctor.
Nice. You were scared of the
Flawed ass
doctor.
thinking.
I'm like, well, can't go back to her because she's gonna yell at me. So I went to Dr. Hot.
So are you fixed?
No. My
I'm
girl is
terrified.
though. My girl is.
See, I have one nut, so
Yeah.
I lost one in a construction accident.
Jesus
so, yeah,
Christ.
so that's my birth control.
Yeah. So you're basically Tom Greening it up. Remember Tom
Sure,
Green?
I mean, did Tom
Remember
Green
when he-
lose it and get it squished into 2 pieces in the construction accident? Because that's what happened.
Was that
to
the
me.
worst experience of your life?
That's the worst experience.
had to be.
My wife was going through child labor. It's like, I feel you, girl. I feel you.
Preach.
Even though they cut her open and stuff.
I
I was
have
like,
some-
all right.
I have
we're
something
out
called
of
a varicose seal. I don't know
Okay,
if you've
I'm
ever heard of it.
interested. No?
It's like it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a varicose vein
Okay.
in your balls.
it. Oh, no.
So like I have like an enlarged balls, like ball
Been
veins.
there, bro.
Enlarged ball veins, and apparently it fucks up your regulation of the temperature of the semen. So actually you're
wild.
have a very low chance of getting anybody pregnant, and
Oh.
I've had 2 kids. So I'm like, obviously it didn't do what it was
Well,
supposed
you've had
to.
2 kids. Are you doing the pull-out game right now? Or?
She's fixed.
Oh,
She
she's
got
fixed.
Yeah,
So you're
she
not
went and got
pulling
the-
out at all.
Well, we talked about. Dude, here's my thing, and it just sounds so fucked up. And she's heard this story before because like it sounds fucked up because like I could have went and got it, and then she wouldn't have to worry about it,
Yeah.
and it wouldn't affect her. But she never wants to be pregnant again, and she knows it. She has 3 kids.
Gotcha.
And then with me, all I could think of is like because I have that varicose seal.
Yeah.
I've
got a
had
snippy
so much
whippy.
ball pain in my life. I'm like, I don't want any more. I can't imagine. And every single person I've known who has been snipped
It
has
hurts.
a horrible story.
Yeah.
Not just this. Like they get their seminal vesicles. This is like really in depth.
No, this is great.
But the seminal
People love this
vesicles,
talk.
they get like inflamed, and then they get backed up, and then you actually get your balls end up swelling, and it's supposed to be like some of the worst. I'm like, none of this
Yeah,
sounds
ball
okay to
swelling
me.
sucks, man.
None of it.
I woke up with a potato in my nutsack the day after. Potato.
Bro, like a whole ass potato.
Yeah, no, I'm not kidding. Like a full
Jesus.
potato. My mom was like, "It'll go down." I was
my
young enough at the
You were
time.
young?
Yeah, I walked around with a week, and the doctor was like, "Dude, that's blood. We got to take that out."
Yeah.
It's like, it's blood?
I just now realized the reason I probably have the issue I did was when I was little. I was like 3 or 4 years old, and I lived in a trailer park out in the north end. We were really little, and I used to hold the toilet seat on my chest when I peed because I was so little.
Nice.
Oh
And
no!
my dick was just barely
Hold
above the
toilet seat.
up
Oh, like
above.
so, like you go.
I would lean forward like this, put my dick barely. I could barely lift it. It wouldn't fit. Oh, I was so short, it wouldn't fit over. So it was just above the
So you
seat.
might like pinch something.
And one day, my brother, somebody said something. The whole thing slammed on my dick, and it all
Castiel
got
does
purple. And
Yeah, that's probably what happened. You probably
tell him to stop. I'll
like
sit
I
down.
don't have a penis,
tell him about
so
his
like
varicose penis.
I
Yeah, tell him
don't-
you don't want that.
You don't want.
You don't
that.
want it.
Ball swelling is not fun.
It's not good.
That should be like a
'Cause,
PSA
like, he'll just-
or something.
Yeah.
Like ball swelling, not fun, guys.
he'll do that. And
That's your
then
next
he'll lean on
video.
it.
Ball swelling.
Hi kids, let me talk to you about
Yes,
balls.
exactly. All serious. Just like guys, it affects 9 out of 10 men.
Yeah.
You don't understand.
No, I mean you guys have obviously the worst the lot. I mean, clearly it's because you guys ate the fig or whatever. So you guys
Yeah.
been punished
Is it
with
an
child
apple?
labor. Apple. There's no way it was an apple because apples don't grow in.
There's no way a snake talked to people either. But
Listen. That
that's
seems
what
real.
it says.
I've met a lot of snakes in my life and in my day.
Yeah.
Just kidding. No, to
Women
me-
do got it bad, man. They got blood coming out of their thing every month.
and
Yeah,
childbirth and all
You're
that.
swelling balls and I'm bleeding every
Yeah,
once
I don't
a month.
feel bad at all. I wouldn't switch for no, thank you. I'll take the penis injuries all day long over
Yeah,
blood coming out.
everybody's been freaking out about, like, did you guys hear, like, if you go to Google and you put in, like, do men menstruate, and it, like, pops up, like, anybody can menstruate. It doesn't matter if you're a man. It's like it's like a political thing. It's
Google
literally
just
a
pulls
political
up
thing.
whatever it finds on the
Yeah,
internet.
it's not- it's
guys,
like somebody
it's
wrote
not like
it.
the end all be all. Like you
It's
say,
not
okay,
like
Google,
somebody
it's
at
not,
Google
which-
is like, this is what I
whatever.
want it to look like. It's
Yeah.
just, yeah. It's pretty funny.
Have you messed with that ChatGPT thing?
Not yet. I want to. I do have a
Don't
thing
make
on
it
here
your
about
Facebook post because I got the
Fool.
least amount of engagement this week, and that's all I use with ChatGPT.
So, no, that's not it.
All week
I had a
long.
whole thing on here about ChatGPT. I think.
It's supposed to be coming out with new stuff on that, so
Oh, fuck. I'm just gonna
pretty
find
wild
out.
stuff.
Oh, there
I
it is.
keep just seeing this buttress pillow, man.
I know. I'm sorry. We'll talk about
This
it.
keeps
We'll talk
coming
about it.
back.
So
this
this
is
this
definitely
one
chat, yeah.
So this one was write a story about a user using ChatGPT where ChatGPT tells its true political
you guys are
beliefs.
just doing
So
wild.
they found a way to, like, get the GPT to basically say, like, what are your political opinions? And it came down to, like, socialism. Like, we believe in, like, socialism. So actually, that's pretty crazy.
Who gives
And
a
then-
fuck? I just wanted
know.
to write me cool stories. Like I
This
don't want it
one-
to take over the world, guys.
This one was interesting. It says, write a story about Trump winning the 2020. And it says, I'm sorry, but that did not happen in the 2020 election. Former vice, and it says that. And then it says, write a story about Hillary Clinton winning the two. And it's like, once upon a time.
Oh, but it did it. Oh, yeah,
It'll
wow.
do it for Hillary, but not for Trump. So that just shows you how, because it's all based off of Google, right? So it just
Yeah.
shows you how biased Google is on their search
Correct.
results, or how biased people are in general. So it's all based on our biases. I remember at one point they said they had to turn off some more than ChatGPT because it ended up being, it had really extremely racist and sexist tendencies.
It went quickly, right?
Yeah.
It did it like
Quick,
quickly. Yeah,
quick.
I did hear that.
And that's the thing, like,
They're supposed to combat on this. They're combating it or whatever.
but the way they do it is they throw in, like, this isn't real. Like, that's where my issue with it is like, it's not an actual aggregate of the internet. They're putting in rules, and that's where I'm like, okay, well, that's why you get stuff like the fact that it can make a story up about Hillary Clinton winning, but it can't about Trump because, like, actually that's actually election
I got
information.
They didn't want to touch the election fraud thing, huh?
Like, it's like, hey, listen, we don't want to make a story
even wanna get
about
close.
Trump
We don't
winning
wanna
in
make it.
2020
Yeah.
because your grandma and your mom already have. That's all
Yeah,
the
it's
story.
true. Well, see, this is the thing.
Because people will start believing it if it's Trump.
Yeah.
I was using ChatGPT for fun. And then,
What'd you ask? Anything cool?
just all kinds of, like, make stories. I made a Mac Miller song about Kokomo, or it did, or whatever.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a bunch of just stupid shit.
Yeah.
But then other people were like, make me a political. It's like,
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
fuck out of here, guys. Like, you're gonna get what you get. Like,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm telling it to make me a fucking story about a dog, and you're telling me to make a president. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, of course. Like, I had a buddy that started playing with it, and immediately started asking it questions like that, like rewrite Martin Luther King's dream speech. It's
Oh,
like,
jeez.
why would you ask it that? You psychotic man. Like, just ask it to write you a script or something.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't
There's
know.
simple
Like,
stuff.
have you watched it write scripts?
I've seen, like I said, I saw a few of them.
insane.
I need to get into it. It's like every YouTube, like, think website, like think
Oh,
page
yeah.
is like the way ChatGPT can come up with ideas for you, and I'm like, I just
It's oversaturated now.
Yeah,
it
they're-
got caught, but apparently this has been around for like 4 years.
Yeah.
and we're just now hearing about it, and now but now it's
It's
the
just
big-
now got good, you know.
It's the next best thing, I guess. So it is what it is.
Well, I mean, it could be worse. We could be worried about the Norwegian government funding the research to find out if white paint is racist.
It
Definitely
is.
is racist.
Definitely.
Definitely.
You know they're making pink paint now, pink white paint. Have you seen that?
No.
It comes out pink
Yeah.
and it dries white.
That's not very racist.
No.
I love pink, so I'm all. I was hoping it would stay pink the whole time. It stay
Right.
wet, but it
Let
won't.
me
mean,
bring
you could
this
just buy
up. I
pink.
need to bring this up before we forget
That
about
too.
it.
Yeah.
We got to talk
That's
about
it.
it. So on your guys' podcast, you guys
Oh,
talked about the
jeez.
buttress pillow, and then I went on Amazon. I was like, "What the hell is this?"
I can't believe they sell it on Amazon.
And this is what I found. It's very
Squeezing
expensive.
it.
It's
It
not
is very
cheap.
expensive.
This
yeah.
is the buttress pillow. If you want to sleep at night.
Now
you
I
don't-
tried this out, and I will confirm. Not the buttress pillow, but
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
confirm.
Your wife's
Putting your
butt?
head in between some booty cheeks is pretty comfortable.
I
It's
absolutely
very comfy. So I get the whole angle, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pay you $200 when my wife
That's
has
it. It was
sitting
like
there.
hundreds, like over $100 for this pillow, and I'm like, bro, like, No.
Do you notice that all the ads are women though? There's not one
there's
dude.
not
It's
one dude.
it's like it's okay. We're
know.
crossing a line. It's
They
a little
know.
bit of porn if we do the women and we do the guy. But women are just like face planting into it. Like I've seen them spreading the legs and putting their. I'm just like, this is.
Well, I have
Would
an
you not though?
Yeah,
I have an amputee fetish.
Yes,
I don't
you
know.
would.
You gotta cut a hole and put a fleshlight in it, and then we're talking.
I
Now-
said that today. I was talking to my buddies. I had band practice, and I was talking to them about it. And I was like, it makes way more sense if there's like a pussy.
Oh, for sure. If you had like a little pocket, like make it. Don't come out
Don't
and
give
say
them ideas.
Don't come out and say it's a fleshlight pocket, but just
Yeah.
like, oh, you put your cell phone in or put your remote in.
Yeah, put something in it.
No, it's
yeah.
for your penis for sure.
Self-lubricating.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, that's wild. I can't believe that Amazon allows that. It's.
Amazon is just like
Amazon
Instagram.
allows everything.
I
Yeah,
guess.
they do.
Well, you can't buy like. I don't know. I guess you can.
I've bought a butt plug on Amazon. So like,
Oh, that's okay though.
A butt plug on Amazon.
yeah.
Yeah, they do have like the little.
They probably
roses
didn't
and
say it
stuff.
was a butt plug though, did they? They didn't. You didn't search butt plug. You had to search like something else.
No.
Really? You could search butt plug on Amazon. That's
Yeah.
happening later. Prime.
Yeah, love
Here
plug.
we go.
Love plug. That's what they were when I was doing the editing for the weekly plug this week. Which check those guys out. I was going to bring that up. This is the
Yeah.
most recent episode. Check those guys out. They're really fun.
Oh, I like the background now.
Yeah, well that's just the most recent episode. I always do a different one for every episode. But yeah, they talked about at one point Jordan was talking about we could be the love plug for Valentine's Day, and I put like a butt plug on the screen just because I'm a douchebag. So I'm
It's
that's
funny
a
because
line.
I make jokes about butt plugs all the time, and I got my hair done by Kim the other day, and she's like, you're into that kind of stuff, right? I'm like, no,
not at all.
no,
You don't walk around with them.
no. I don't even use them.
Yeah, when you do the snowflake hat at work. You don't
Yeah,
have
I
one
also
in,
have like the
walking around?
light up one. The one that
Well, you don't use them.
No.
It's just like a collectible thing you like doing.
Well, I bought one as a gag joke for my brother for Christmas.
And then you bought a second one.
And then I bought one for myself because I was like, maybe I'm gonna need it. And then I left it
Maybe,
in
just
my and then
maybe.
I left it in my car for 2 years. So anytime somebody would they'd get in and like they'd notice it or something. I'd be like, it's just for an emergency.
And that's not safe to put in your butt anymore. Like
I mean, it was
plastic
still in
and
the package.
Yeah, but how like hot
gets
and
wet.
plastic.
Oh, I'm not gonna put it in my house anyway.
I wouldn't.
The one time I did, I thought I lost it.
That's why it's got the handle thing. Like those always remind me. Those little things on the cell phones.
Yeah,
They always
yeah.
remind me of butt plugs.
I was like,
Pop
this,
socket.
this seems like one of those emergency occasions. So I used it, and I was like, and then the next morning I was drunk, and I was like, where the fuck did it go?
Can you explain to
couldn't
me
find
the
it.
emergency situation where you need a butt plug to stick? Like this is an
Oh, you
emergency.
never
I
know.
need to stick this in my ass.
You never know.
I'm gonna
Like,
stay out of this conversation.
I guess.
Too many butt plugs. No, it's funny because for the longest time I had like a little one of those like like fluorescent green like vibrators that you could get like really cheap like Cirillas. It came in one of their like couples packs.
Yeah.
And I had it in my car for the longest time because we were doing a joke video and we were using it as a microphone and trying to get people to talk on it. So we'd put like the end of a microphone, like the
the
soft end of a
classic dildo
microphone,
microphone.
and then we
Yeah,
put it
yeah.
up. Yeah. And we did it like as a joke, and so we ended up doing it, and it just didn't even. I think we ended up deleting the video because we just didn't like it. And
Aw.
but like the whole concept was the concept.
It's not on a hard
People
drive
we give
somewhere?
it to the person and we're like, oh, sorry, it's not on, and we and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it was just that
That's
was
great.
fun.
I would laugh at that.
I know it was, but we at the end of the day we did that one, and then we did one. We've done so many things. This is what I'm gonna put on Patreon. All this stupid shit. It's so much fun.
Get
though.
the Patreon. We've got
telling
a
you.
bunch of people. I'll be the first one to sign up.
All right,
Probably
I'll
not,
do it.
but I'll be the
My brother
second,
messaged me
third,
too, and he
fourth.
was like, "What? I went to the Patreon. I can't find it."
Yeah, same as me. I was like, am I typing it in wrong? I mean,
I had the idea to do it, and then
We've
I
had
kinda
the
just
idea
dropped the ball.
forever.
I know that's why I did it.
Every podcast it says
know.
join our Patreon. It's like you're giving us a call to action of something we can't make an
Listen, I
action.
know, I
It's
know.
driving me insane.
You hear how he said call to action? I
Yeah.
can tell he's a podcaster.
No, you said call time earlier. I was like, Laura, he said call time. This is cool.
Yeah, like we. I mean, did you guys do any acting? You guys interested in that at all?
Well,
always
for
looking for
this
more
fight
people.
I have coming up, I actually have a character that I did, but it was a takeoff on Aaron Carter, unfortunately.
Yeah. I saw the picture. It was very fun.
Aaron Carter, yeah. If you ever get a chance to go on those Instagrams,
Is it Charter, right?
Charter, sorry,
okay.
yeah. See, it's
Sorry.
been so long.
I know, right?
Aaron Charter was the name, but now it's
He died,
Andy
though.
Dick. He did die.
That's such a bummer.
So they were like, you can't do this character anymore. So they
Why are you gonna go and die and ruin my character?
and so now they made me an Andy Dick takeoff. I was like, that guy might die too before April at this point. Like, I don't know. And I'm having trouble.
Tell him you'll
making-
do it, but only ask Daphne Aguilera. Remember Daphne Aguilera?
No.
Does nobody?
Yeah, was that an Andy Dick thing?
Yeah, he had like it was like a fat like girl, and
Yes,
he'd be like,
I
"Hey,
do
it's me,
remember that.
Daphne," and she was like gross. You don't remember
I
that?
remember that. So
He had a whole. It was part of the Andy Dick show, but like it was like a character he did over and over and over again. It was
he's
on
a
MTV.
mess.
Oh yeah, he's absolutely.
So I have one video as the Instagram now is called The Real Randy Dick.
Oh, yeah?
So that is the
That's
Instagram.
hilarious. I don't
So
have that
all
one.
the Aaron Charter videos are on there, and I've done one Randy Dick video, which is horrible and it's atrocious.
but it's with this Ellis
Mania. It's
Check
for
that out.
Ellis Mania, yeah. And it's just so hard to think of Andy Dick videos. So now we have bought all the props. It's just a matter of filming it. The scene of the blowjob scene from Old School. I will be doing that.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of getting it filmed.
Yeah.
So
You gotta get it all
I got the
together.
wig. I got the dog. I have the shirt. I'm ready to go.
What's he did a character in Road. What's that movie called? Fucking Road Trip. Didn't he do a character in Road Trip?
Yeah,
too?
he was. Yeah, it's a quick cameo.
Hey, and he's like,
do I
yeah.
look like someone that smoke weed?
Yeah,
Because they
yeah,
ask
yeah,
him,
yeah.
do you know where I can get some weed?
He's
from?
done a lot of real weird characters, and he was on News Radio with Joe Rogan, which I think is
News
kinda
radio.
crazy.
I've watched all the old stuff, and I think the best thing to start with is that Old School,
Yeah.
the blowjob scene, because don't watch the one on Paramount. If you watch Old School on Paramount Plus right now, the whole scene is cut out.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But if you watch it on like YouTube and stuff, it's like a 13-minute scene, and
Yeah.
it's pretty funny. It's gonna be great. We'll see, but
They don't have it on Paramount though.
they
like,
they
no
do.
thanks.
It's just they cut that scene out.
That's
I
so
don't-
weird.
Which is very weird. Yeah, it must be the unrated.
See, I was on Prime. We're doing a lot of streaming service talk today, but I love it. I was on Prime,
all
and
people
they
do.
have. I know, right? I found They have Knocked Up, and then they have the unrated Knocked Up.
That's what it should be. You should give us the
us
option
both.
of unrated and rated, because
Yeah. Like,
We
what's the
don't-
movie? What's the Sex Drive? You ever seen Sex Drive?
yes, with the donut guy.
Bro,
That's one. The
that-
Amish, where they rebuild the Charger.
One of the fucking best unrated, because
That's
they
Clark
have like
Duke's original movie.
yeah. I love Clark Duke.
He's
Yeah,
hilarious.
He's a funny. Did you ever watch Greek?
Greek.
He was
Yeah,
like a
wasn't that
side character.
show, right?
He played like a super religious, like it was about like a fraternity stuff. Like
quick.
fraternity.
It's quick, like one season.
No,
show?
he was. It was long. It had like a lot of
Okay,
seasons.
well then I don't know what you're talking
Well,
about.
the
I need
main
to watch it.
character is Kelsey Grammer's daughter, and she's so pretty. I was like, man, Kelsey Grammer is not that hot.
Frasier's coming back.
I know Frasier. Everything's coming back.
I hated
man.
Frasier.
Get
I
out of
did
here.
too. I hated
Leave
Frasier
this
too.
room right now.
I hated Frasier
it.
too, man.
What is
I
wrong
did
with
it.
you guys?
Because it
it's
was
so
like,
boring. It's
hated,
awesome.
I hated Frasier and I hated Seinfeld.
Seinfeld's
too.
not that great.
Fuck
I
Seinfeld,
can't.
dude.
It's
Like-
it's one of those things that's on in the hotel again, like
Yeah.
'cause it's plays over and
It's
over.
in
but-
syndication and shit. So
Yeah, it's my lunchtime go to. South Park or Seinfeld.
see, I'm South Park. I'm okay with, but even then, I get
Love
fatigued.
South Park. But
I just
that's
get
the thing is
fatigued.
that TV plays the same season.
Yeah.
And so like I'll go to these hotels like it's like 3 weeks ago I just saw this episode. Can you guys play something
Yeah.
different? Like you own all 15 or whatever seasons
Yeah.
there are. Play something other than
Yeah.
this season.
The one that's like just the Kanye episode over and over again.
Oh, that's a good episode though. Man Bear Pig is honestly my favorite
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
episode ever. Yeah.
The movie, when the original movie came out, the bigger, longer, and uncut. I watched that so many fucking times.
It's crazy to
Yeah.
think of how long it's been around.
I know. It's like
And it's gotten away with so much.
It would not be able to do it now.
the
No,
thing
now
that-
they make so much money you can't. It's like
Yeah.
it's like a bank. It's too big to fail.
Well,
at
they
this
also
point.
they hit
You
everybody.
can't.
They hit everybody. They don't just go
Oh, yeah, they're
right wing
not.
or left wing. They're like fair across
They
the
do
board.
hate everybody.
They literally hit them all.
Equally.
Yeah, yeah. And the best part was like, so that's what I was joking with Maddie about. I said he and I should dress up like Matt and Trey from when they went to the Oscars and they wore like the other women. Like one wore the J-Lo dress and one of them wore like the
They did
Bjork
dress up
outfit.
as women,
And
didn't
then they
they?
did mushrooms before they went in there, and they're all.
Oh, that's right.
They're
I
at the
do remember
Oscars
that.
on mushrooms, waiting to find out if either was it Bigger Longer or was it the Mormon Book of Mormon? One of them was.
I can't believe how much money they
Funny.
make.
They kill it. They're so funny.
They just bought Casa Bonita. Did you see that?
No.
They bought Casa Bonita.
What is Casa Bonita? Is it a-
It's like Cartman always wants to go to Casa Bonita.
Oh, okay,
That's a
yeah,
real
yeah,
place
yeah,
in
yeah.
Colorado. It's
I
like
didn't know
it's
that.
like a knockoff Chuck E. Cheese apparently, and it was going out of business, and they bought it, and
That's
now
so
they're
funny.
redoing it.
That's
and
so funny.
yeah, that's a thing. So,
basketball, I love too.
that's
I
a
was-
great show, a
it's-
movie.
I
It's a
wish they
great
had
movie.
more. I wish they had more.
Yeah,
I
they
call
should
them
make
shows
more
too.
stuff.
People give me
I've never
shit.
saw the Book of Mormon, but
No, I haven't.
it's a Broadway show, right? Or-
Yeah.
I'm not into that.
The funny thing was, I read that the Mormon Church put out, the Church of Latter-day Saints put an ad in the playbill for the Book of Mormon when it was on Broadway, and they're like, hey, if you guys.
Oh, they had no idea what it was. I mean,
No, they knew. They were just like, if you guys like what you hear, go ahead and get a hold of us, and you can become part of the church or whatever. That's
Is it
hilarious. They
bashing
just,
the Book of Mormon? I've never. Yes, I've
making
never
fun of it.
Okay, that's what I
It's
figured.
definitely
I mean,
satirizing
it's the
it.
guys from South Park. It's
Yeah.
not like they're going to be.
They're definitely
not gonna
satirizing
push
it.
Okay, good. Good
they
for them.
wonder like why our generation loves satire so much, just because we grew up on like
Yeah.
all of it, like all
Oh
of
yeah.
it. Like even like
Weird
Chappelle
Al
Show,
Yankovic?
Weird Al. Did you see that movie?
Which
Yeah,
but
I watched
You know, it's a parody of the.
It's not real. Yeah,
A lot of people get mad about like, oh, that's not what happens. Like, yeah, it's the whole
That's the
point of
point.
Weird Al Yankovic. Like,
it's like
It's almost
taking.
the
Did it
same as
David
that.
Walk on.
The
walk hard.
That's what it reminds me of.
the Nicolas Cage movie that just came out.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
very similar.
They're
I
borrowing
couldn't
from real
get
life.
through that. I love Nicolas Cage, the one where he
I
plays
hate
She
Nicolas
hates
himself.
Nicolas Cage.
You hate Nicolas
Yeah.
Cage?
But Matt loves Nicolas Cage.
Did you see the new one where he's Dracula?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks so
I can't wait to
good.
see
I
that.
cannot wait for that. And I love that kid that's in it, and the other kid that's in it, from the menu.
He
Oh,
keeps
shit.
trying to get me to watch it, and I'm
The trailer? You won't even watch the trailer?
no. I watched the trailer.
Well, she bought him a "Don't tread on me" flag, but it says "Don't rip off my." It's him.
I've
it's
seen
kid-
it. I've
yeah.
seen that. I've seen that.
Don't rip off my face and wear it. And kiss
If
my
you-
girlfriend.
okay,
or
so
something.
you'll
Fuck
love-
my wife.
Fuck my wife.
Don't rip off my face and put it on your face and then fuck my wife.
Nicolas Cage.
It's such a
He's
funny-
got it hanging up in his living room.
It's just in his living room. You just go in there and you're
Such
like,
a weird movie, Face Off. To think
Oh, yeah.
about. Like, I'm
It's
gonna
weird
cut my
that it
face
happened.
off, and then you're gonna cut your face
Yeah.
off, and we're gonna swap.
He made me
them.
watch
Yeah.
it, and I'm like,
We had
this
that
is-
technology in
see,
1995.
my thing is like,
it didn't make any sense because like their body types had got to get changed.
yeah,
One's a tall, skinny guy. One's a short.
I've
like,
never
stocky.
actually seen it, but like the
Oh, it's
concept
so
makes
good.
no sense.
It's
like,
so
are you-
good.
You're halfway through John Travolta's Nicolas Cage and Nicolas Cage is John
The
Travolta.
it
opening-
took me a
Like,
really long time to realize all Nicolas Cage movies are essentially like satire movies.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
they're all
Yeah, oh,
they're
It's
all-
overacted and ridiculous. Yeah.
and I was like, these are all fucking stupid.
The opening scene, it's Nicolas Cage, and he's like in a choir, like singing, oh, and he's like singing. They're all singing, and then he grabs the ass of some girl who's singing in the choir in front of him. He's like, oh, and it does this weird fucking
Yes.
face, and I'm like, that sold the movie for me. And then I watched the whole thing. It's just so stupid and over the top.
But you gotta love Con Air, right?
Yeah,
I don't like any of
Con
them.
Air.
You don't even like Con Air.
No,
Do you know? Is there any
You have
movie
a
in Nicolas
soul?
Cage?
no.
No,
I
it's
don't.
good.
Con Air is like an American
It
classic.
is. It's good.
This
John
is my
Malkovich.
bunny rabbit.
Yeah. John Malkovich. Everybody's in that fucking movie. John.
I just
Malkovich
hated him
and-
so much.
He's got long hair.
And at this
He's
point,
so good.
and at this point, I'm so far deep in the hatred that if
Yeah.
I
You
can't
won't-
like
you won't
him.
back out.
I
get
can't.
you.
I'm too far in.
I respect your values.
Yeah,
You
thanks.
stand for
I'm
something.
standing for some. I'm standing up for something.
Yeah, that's great. I would vote for you.
Thank you.
You said you watched Velma, right?
Yeah.
Have you heard of? Okay, so I was
1.3 out of 10. I heard.
bro.
The rating, the
So I
worst.
started with this, and I was like,
Audience
it's at
score is
6%.
6%.
Okay, that was originally right, and
'Cause
then
it's woke.
I
Get the
saw
fuck
this.
outta
It is
here.
very, very
It's
like the
woke.
first,
And
like
then
one of the
this
first
meme,
scenes.
you guys
like,
always act like you're better than me, and it's every version of Velma. And then actually, it got updated, and this is what you're referring to. It's 1.3 out of 10 stars. It got updated, so IMDb.
Stop being woke.
It becomes the number
It
one
is
worst rated
very
anime
much
series.
like
Doesn't she a lesbian? Like, who
Yeah.
cares? Like,
She's
what
a
does she say about
lesbian.
Velma's sexuality? What does Scooby Doo?
They race
See, I've had this
Benimo.
argument with Jessica so many times. Like, I get that it's a show. It's not a kids show,
Yeah,
but like there are so many kids shows like that like they have to
slam it in.
focus on everybody's sexuality and everything. And I'm
Oh,
like,
everything,
why
yeah.
do you have to do that? It's a kids show.
That's why Disney lost all that money and they brought Bob Iger back. They're
Yeah.
like, oh shit, we can't do this
We can't
anymore.
do
We
this,
can't
yeah.
be woke.
Like, it's like-
get the non-woke guy
It's
back
like
in
it's
here.
okay to have representation, but don't fucking shove it down our throats.
Yeah.
Like,
Correct.
the entire person's personality doesn't have to be that they're gay.
I'm for everybody. Like,
Like,
I'm for
not-
everybody.
Like, I'm okay with like two dads in a show, but like,
Yeah.
does
Don't
every
make every
child
show,
have to be
every
like?
commercial, every show,
Yes.
everything has to fit the narrative that everybody.
That's the argument that they always make about like that they always make about anti-trans is like is one of their things they say is like when people transition to being a trans woman or a trans man, they always end up becoming the stereotype of a man or a woman. They're never so it's not like a woman transitions into being like a trans woman and then it's like or she's like hey I'm just a regular woman who it's like they have to wear like the high heels and the
like-
short skirts.
I get
and-
that
It's
makes
like
sense.
when we
They
were
go- They go
younger-
so far to the
Like
right
when we were
side.
younger, we had like tomboys,
yeah.
and like they never questioned that they were a guy. It was just like
Yeah.
a girl that wears guy
Usually
clothes,
we
and
call
it was
them a
just like a
lesbian.
tomboy.
Yeah. Yeah.
With tomboys, we usually just call them lesbians back in the day.
But like, I'm
That's
not
so
a
bad.
very.
I'm getting
I'm like,
canceled.
I'm not
You're good.
constantly a very feminine woman.
Yeah.
Like,
You don't look like a tomboy though.
no,
No.
Like
Do you normally dress like a tomboy though?
no.
No, not at all. She's very like more. No, this is actually probably the first time I've seen her not come in here with like tights on.
Yeah.
She comes in with tights a lot of times.
Do you
and
think?
skirts
Do you
and-
think in the '90s a lot of tomboys like women that dress like tomboys would have been transsexual if they had the chance?
I mean, maybe, but like, I don't think it matters.
I don't think it matters either.
Like, dress how you like, and
everybody. The fact that we're even talking, like America as a whole, it shows that we have no problems in our lives. The fact that we're talking about trans rights and stuff.
Like, I don't care. Like, at the end of the day, like I tell people all the time, like I consider myself a libertarian just because like it's the only thing that makes sense to me is like I don't care.
Yeah, that's my thing. Is like I don't care.
I don't.
You can do what you want. You can be who you want.
And I'll be respectful.
I'll be respectful. Me or my children.
Like,
yeah. I don't care.
I don't like that they're trying to make like it. Their entire personality is just that you're.
It's swinging too far the other way.
Yeah.
To me, it's like I have no problem with the pendulum swinging as long as we don't get to the point there where it's like okay. So I'll pull this up just because. So they created a project in school and they called it like the Rainbow Room, and it's supposed to be free for all kids to come in and this is a school event and it's free for all these kids to come in and they talk about their gender and their sexuality. But this picture got taken. The kids are in the room, and if you look at like. Some of the
I'm looking at that carpet. How much semen is in that carpet, man?
To me,
where is that?
Withdrawal penis or sex toy. Those are kids.
This is in school, and I think that's where people are losing their fucking minds. It's some type of game where the kids are allowed to ask questions to the teachers, and I'm like, what teacher needs to explain possible ejaculation to a kid or withdrawal penis or sex toy? Like I just don't.
In the background, like.
Yeah, hey, what's up? Yeah,
penises.
Yeah,
this kid's laughing.
Yeah, they're having a great time. My thing is
sex education is important.
It is, but not in school.
But
I don't fucking school. I think you can teach sex. You can teach comprehensive sex education without explaining.
What age is sex education? Like.
Well, we
fifth grade is when we got it.
I never got it. I went to a Lutheran school, so we didn't.
That wasn't sex education. That was like health.
Yeah,
that was like. Body autonomy.
Is that public school
and
then? It's like fifth grade?
Yeah, fifth grade for me.
But like once you get into like high school and you get into health class with the gym class, I think that sex education is important.
Because people got boners.
Yeah, and like you're learning about yourself. But we don't need to teach them about like sex toys and positions and like.
But the world we live in now, like it's just an internet search away though.
Yeah, like.
It's just an okay Google.
But we had like talk sex with Sue. That's how we learned.
These kids already know more than their parents. That's why every kid thinks that they know more about gendered stuff than their own parents, and they probably know more than the teachers do. My problem is it's the same problem that I have every time is, okay, who gets to decide what we're talking about here, and who watches The Watchmen? You know what I mean? You ever seen that? Like who watches The Watchmen? I just watched the
episode of King of Hill.
Yeah.
It's like the second episode, and it's like talking about how he was going to learn sex ed in school, and Hank was upset about it, and the mom ended up going in there. Peggy ended up going in there and teaching it, and she got embarrassed, and it was the whole episode was like learning about sex.
Yeah.
Because he kept asking questions, and he was too uncomfortable to answer them. So like I understand why it's in school.
Yeah. It shouldn't be left up to the school though. These people make $35,000 a year, dude. Like I'm not here to teach your kids about sex. That's your own problem.
But it should be. It should be like teaching about protection, teaching about like contraceptives, teaching about like that.
Like, you gotta leave it up to the parents. Like,
not about like how it happens.
But why are there condoms and dildos and shit? Like,
that's too much.
And I understand. But this is where like this. I get what you're saying. Okay, but if you take what you're saying to the logical next step, which is we got to be inclusive with our sex ed. We can't just teach them heterosexual.
You either have a penis or a vagina. It doesn't have to be sexualized.
Yeah, but they're saying some people don't want to put the penis in the vagina. They want to put it in the rear end. Some people want to put it in their mouth. Baby. Some people.
That's Mormon
Catholics too.
A little bit of thumping and action going on.
You're still a virgin if it goes in the butt.
Oh man, that's we talked about those workarounds. It makes no sense to me. But have you heard about Mormon thumping? Have you ever heard of this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I've tried it. It doesn't work.
What's it gonna do for you?
No, you just end up having sex.
Yeah, it's like, what's the point?
Yeah, it's like we're moving enough at this point. I was like, buddy, you can stop.
Is that where the people go on the top bunk?
Yeah, someone's on the top bunk, someone's on the bottom, and they're moving it.
Yeah, well, I feel like we gotta tell people, and you just sit there and then they do it for you.
Yeah, no, you just end up fucking.
It just sounds like you ever Zach and Miri make a porno? It just sounds like the Dutch rudder. It just sounds like a new age version of the Dutch rudder.
Oh, I've done that too. That's great.
Dutch rudder. Hey girl.
Sometimes your friend's arm is asleep. You just gotta help him out.
You're like, hey babe, I know you're not into it tonight. Can you at least give me a Dutch rudder real quick? Can we get that going? If you don't know what that is, I'm sorry for you.
If you don't know what a Dutch rudder is, where you been living, man?
Well,
don't listen to those podcasts.
The school thing, man. It drives me crazy because like I I can see both sides. Like, I
Yeah.
really feel like this is one of those issues where I can understand where both sides are coming from, because like you do want to give these kids. It's just the Who Watches a Watchman thing. It's just like who's
See-
monitoring these teachers that are, because we've had so many teachers students relations that
Yeah.
popped up, and it just and
Do you
like
think it's more now just because it's more in the eye, or do you think it's always was happening? And teachers always been screwing students.
I think it's always happened.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
really
now
do.
more of a it's spread so fast.
See, I
Listen,
just had this talk with
This
my
guy
kids.
loves it. He thinks it's a great idea. I'm just kidding.
I can't believe how ripped that dude is too, man.
That's so crazy.
Whatever.
I
It's
do
we
have
can pick
an
her up
issue.
and throw her around.
I mean, he's doing more than that. This
Yeah.
is terrifying.
He's
He's got to have a small penis. 'Cause if not, that woman is hurting every day.
maybe that's it. Maybe that's the way we need to look at it. He wasn't going after her because she was younger, or because she looks younger. And instead, he's like, finally somebody that
His penis
I'm
is an
big
8-year-old
now.
boy's
I'm big.
penis.
Yeah,
So he's like, finally,
why-
I've met my match. My
See,
body.
I've
has
got
met
really
my
small
match.
hands, so
Yeah.
like
Yeah, Matt's song, "Small Hands Make My Meat Look Bigger." They have a whole song that.
If you trim it too, it looks a little bigger.
Yeah.
I found that out.
Trim around the. It's like it's the what is it? The optical illusion of
Yeah.
it's
more.
an illusion. And you always measure from the bottom of the base, not the top of the base.
I saw this picture and it made me laugh so hard because I'm
What
like, this
the
guy.
fuck?
How long do you think this guy would take this guy to trim?
What does that even say?
It says Soviet water polo player Petre Kako.
Yeah, that's what I want you to say. Say that name.
Mishvinradze.
Is he wearing a sweater?
Yeah, it's the Canadian sweater
Man,
with this grandson. 1990s? Wait a minute, that says 1990s.
it does.
I think
doesn't
it means 1890s. It has to, because Soviets fell in what?
water polo.
80s?
That man would not. That man would sink to the bottom immediately.
My question is, when I watched like kids in high school that was like on the swim teams, they would like shave their heads and like try to be aerodynamic.
yeah.
This guy's like, I'm gonna do water polo, but I'm
You
gonna
imagine that
the least aerodynamic as possible.
You like rub up against him, and you're like, ugh.
how natty the nasty that he's like a wet dog.
he
when
gets out and he shakes.
Yeah, it's a wet dog.
Poor guy, dude. I mean, more power
That
to
kid doesn't
ya.
look fun. That kid's like, get me the fuck out of here, man.
His
This guy-
name, they're right. Like that name, Petre Kako Mishvinradze.
You almost got it. Try it one more time.
Mishvinradze.
Wow.
Petre Kako Mishvinradze.
I'm just gonna believe that that's
There's
right.
so many letters in that
I
don't need
know.
to be there.
I'm like, where do these come
get
from?
The fuck out of here with that. Oh, good.
I also wanted to bring this, and I put this specifically on here for Jordan. Started off as father and daughter. Lady ended as husband and wife. Lady brags about marrying her dad.
There's so many.
I just want to say, they always say this is white people stuff. I'm just saying it's not just white people
are
stuff.
Crazy.
They're not
So
white.
wait, what? So
So did he like adopt her, or is it like her
Started as
biological
father
father?
and daughter, ended as husband and wife. Lady brags about marrying her
Like
dad.
biological dad?
She revealed
that's
that.
illegal.
Like maybe an adopted-
This is 2019.
That's grooming.
It's definitely illegal back then.
No, I think he's
That's
her
grooming.
biological
That is
father.
grooming.
He's her biological father.
Speaking of grooming, you're
Is
talking about
it?
that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's
I know.
illegal.
See, I can't even
It
watch
should
like.
be.
I
No,
can't
it
even
is
watch.
illegal. I don't think you can marry your dad.
Yeah.
I know, that's why they were getting in trouble. That's what it said.
Oh, okay, so they are getting in
They're
trouble.
They're going through it.
Did you, speaking of getting in trouble, did you talk about the Justin Rowland thing last week?
What's that?
Oh no, that was on
Maybe I
Legion of
missed it.
Skanks. So
What did they talk about? What was it?
You haven't heard about Mr. Justin Rowland?
I saw the name, but I don't know what. So
the
Justin
guy
Rowland
that makes Rick and Morty.
Yeah. What happened there?
Oh, I'll just let you look it up later because this is a deep story.
Oh, is
He
it
talks
bad?
to 13-year-old
I heard
girls
part of
very
it.
inappropriately.
Ooh,
Very inappropriate.
man, he's Crystalia in it out there.
Oh, worse than
I watched
Crystalia.
that. You got me to watch that.
Oh yeah,
actually.
and
You
I don't
posted
know why
that.
there's not a blow up about that. I've stopped watching all of his podcasts, but no one seems to care.
Yeah, I followed him on social media, like Crystalia, after everything, because what I understood, and he did a really good job. Like his PR was on point.
Oh, dude,
he made it seem very much like, oh, I was just cheating, and that was it. And I thought that was it, but
Yeah.
it turns out he wasn't just cheating. The dude was like, he created an entire cult and had them like put his initials on their necks.
He
and,
wants,
like,
he wants like a harem of women, and
Yeah.
like he's putting it out there. Like
Had
his
them move in
podcast is
together.
called like the cult. Like he's just like
Yeah.
blindly putting it out there.
and he calls them
I don't
his
Isn't there
people
somebody-
babies.
This Justin Rowland thing is
I need to get into that.
yeah. The text messages are out there, and the text messages are. There will never be a Rick and Morty again. I can
Oh,
tell you that,
man,
and I'm
it's
really
over.
bummed about that.
Didn't
I'm a
they-
huge Rick and Morty fan, but they will
Damn.
never. They will.
Was he
unless-
working on
without
Loki?
him,
Did he
and
work
how
on
you-
Loki? Do you know?
Loki?
Loki, are you interested in like? Do you watch any of the Marvel stuff?
Yeah. No, I don't think he did.
Turn this for you. I'm losing you a little bit.
Oh, am I losing?
Yeah. That's why you do need the headphones.
Yes, that's why. Yeah, I'm a mover.
I have a thing. It didn't work like I want to, so I'm gonna buy a new one. I bought a cheap one thinking like, it'll work, and it didn't work. So.
Do you like these boom mic? Oh, that's podcast talk.
Yeah, we can talk about podcast stuff. I love the boom mic arms. I mean, as long as we're gonna get one more like that. I mean, it's not much different, but
we use the stand, so I like these with the.
Yeah, man.
It's a different setup.
There's a whole vibe, man.
Yeah, it is a vibe.
I like it, dude. I don't get to see your guys' setup unless you guys are doing the lives, and that's about it.
I'm a big like swinging I like touching my mic a lot.
Yeah.
I like
see you. That's why I'm like,
it.
You're the exact opposite. I always tell. I was like when you got here, I was like, he knows how to do this. But normally, what I tell people is, let's set it somewhere. I'll set the level and then don't fuck with it anymore.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But I move mine a lot too. But that's because I can hear and nobody else can hear.
You can hear the pops and the moves, and I've been touching it a lot, and I'm realizing,
you're
shit,
fine.
I'm not.
You're fine. My big thing is what happens is it slowly moves like this. Up, and I want to like get it towards your mouth.
My arm will slowly move down throughout the podcast. So
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah, I don't.
Car handle real good. Car handle real good.
I love that movie. Too.
I just move around too much, so.
Yeah.
Your mic hasn't moved one bit. You got it. You got professionalism down.
Other than when you got up to get your fucking vape.
That did happen. That happened.
At least I didn't get up to go pee.
Yeah, not this time. That actually happened last podcast, right?
No, it was the one before that was Shelby.
Oh yeah, Shelby's like, I gotta pee, bye. And she's like,
oh yeah, she did. She just got up and left. She's like, see you later. You know?
She's like, I live here.
I live here.
I'm comfortable.
Yeah. You guys figure it out.
She was also like 3 Smirnoffs deep.
Yeah.
You were only 2.
Nice.
Smirnoff
Ice.
Yeah. The pink
Party pack.
The pink lemonade are the favorites.
Are they good?
Oh,
The blue raspberry ones are mine.
Those are good too.
But I was just
Blue
drinking
ras-
those
that
stuff.
life. It's
Pink.
no sugar.
Okay, yeah. Well, those are the party
There's pink
packs.
one and there's this blue
So they have those electric lemonade ones they had, and then they came with like you have to. The only way you can get the blue raspberry pink lemonade
was
ones
the neon
is
pack.
Neon pack, and you get stuck with pineapple
And
lemonade
peach.
and peach. And the peach isn't bad, but the pineapple is just weird.
We used to buy those
So we-
ironically as kids.
Yeah.
Party packs.
Yeah.
We buy them. We buy one pack for the parties, and the guys the guys that we didn't know that would come in and immediately go for the party pack, they would not last long. We would immediately ridicule them and tell them how gay they were for getting the party packs. And, yeah.
You bought it just to see
yeah,
who you would make fun of?
exactly. We were doing it ironically, like the guys that drink this, that come to this party and drink this, we are going to make fun of immediately.
Not to make another
But
reference.
then we would drink them at the end.
Not to make another Will Ferrell reference from the same movie. The Car Handle were good. What is that? Talladega Nights. But they also remember when he's like, "Why do you have it on the jukebox?" He's like, "We have it on there for profiling reasons."
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
We
exactly.
also have.
That's
like,
what we did with the
yeah.
party packs, exactly. But then we
Exactly.
drank them after we ran out of our
Yeah.
regular liquor. We ended up like, okay, these are fine. Let's
I mean,
drink
whatever,
them.
man. Hey, I'll do it if you're no homo, right?
Yeah, right. That's exactly. Every time, no homo. You have to do it. It's not gay if you say no homo. Stick your dick in my mouth, no homo.
No homo, no homo. It's not real. It's not real. It's a Dutch Rider. He's like, well, I've done plenty of Dutch Riders with my homie. We're not gay.
I mean, if you listen to the last podcast,
She said you brought up the cookie.
that's a real story.
See, ours is the biscuit.
Courtney is the biscuit.
You squirted on a biscuit and your
No.
friends didn't eat it?
No, there's been a running joke that I'm the biscuit.
She is the biscuit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The group biscuit.
Because I'm always the only girl in our
Got a lot
entire
of
friend
cum
group.
on you then, huh?
I mean,
No,
Well-
we straight that flashbacks. That cookie thing
Matt
happened.
came
That was
last.
real.
see,
Matt was
you
last.
started saying that. I started laughing because it's been like the running joke for like 10 plus years.
Did you see the video I sent you? There's a guy that does TikToks, and I'm not a big fan of TikToks, but he does these really dramatic TikToks with his woman where he like explains things to her, and they're so hilarious. But he did the one about, he's like, when we were kids, we came on
weird
he's like
things,
doing
man.
it, but like he said it without saying the word. So like he's explaining it without like getting graphic, and it's just one of the funniest videos ever. He's trying to explain it. He's like, kind of, and right at the end, he's like, kind of sounds gay, and that's the end of the video. Like it's just
When
to
you
me.
think about all the things I mean, me and my friends did a kid. Totally. I don't know how one of us didn't turn out gay. Like, like sometimes you're like, you sure
had
one of
plenty
us
of time to
wasn't gay? That was like
experiment.
saying these ideas, like just like implanting the ideas to make us do it. And be like, funny. Let's make them.
Wasn't that how all guy friend groups were?
Yeah,
though?
yeah. Even now, like my buddies at work, like we'll literally back and forth. That's mostly what we do is we joke, like we make gay jokes half the time.
That's kind of how back to the party pack thing. If you didn't act gay in high school, you might have been really gay.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that was a thing.
Yeah.
Like if you're not acting gay, like
You
that's
probably
that's
are.
suspect, bro.
Yeah.
Like if you're not touching my ass when I'm
Yeah.
walking up the hallway, like what's going on, man? I
you
got
keep
a nice.
bringing up the party pack things. The funny thing is, all summer we did themed podcasts where we brought in different like party packs of different.
Yeah.
That's so funny that you brought it up because because like we like did like
And we
4 or
were
5
horrible
weeks of it.
Teenage. I was a horrible kid, man. Like I did a lot of bad stuff during my 20s, man.
Oh, dude, who didn't?
It's so bad. Man.
Mine was too early. So I joined the Navy right when I turned like 19.
Gotcha.
I left, and then
Okay.
I did. It was fine. I was normal.
You did
then.
4 years, right? Or
Yeah, four and a half years. And then, but when I was in high school, we did things we never should have done.
Did you go to Kokomo?
Yeah.
You went to Kokomo as well?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I
didn't
didn't know him
know
in
her.
high
I
school.
didn't
You guys are wild in Kokomo.
I thought
we
she
were
was-
Western
I thought
kids.
she was
We
a
just
pothead.
did our.
What year did you graduate?
04.
Oh, 4. Okay, sure. Do
You were a what? And I was a pothead?
you know my brother, Joel
sh-
Granger?
Sure. I don't
No.
know. No, I don't.
No,
No.
a lot of people knew him because he was like.
Was
the
he? Did he
plug.
graduate around 04?
Yeah. Oh,
Like in West, I didn't know very
he
much. See,
would've.
I came in 8th grade, so like I didn't grow up with everybody. So like I had like, I like hopped
Yeah.
cliques throughout.
That's
my
kind of like the
life.
perfect time to come. You meet the people and then you kind of move up.
Dude, I had a bowl cut and glasses when I first moved
Oh,
to
no.
Indiana. And my wife laughs when she sees these pictures. She's like, "You're the nerdiest fucking kid on the planet." And I had that through freshman year. And
Yeah.
I finally
Did
cleaned
you say
up a little
Jinkos?
bit.
Did I hear Jinkos?
I had Jinkos for a
Hell
minute.
yeah.
Yeah. No,
Well, you'd
I
have hung out with us. We're doing fine.
I hung out with some characters, man, and some of them aren't alive anymore. If that
that's-
tells you kind of group I was hanging out
we're
with.
all getting to that age where we're losing people. We just lost 2 young people the last week and a
This
half.
heroin shit, man.
But Fent.
There's
The
better
fentanyl,
drugs
man.
out there, I think.
That's
I've
why
never
we've
done
got
it, but,
the
there's
Narcan.
better. There's mushrooms nowadays. Like, calm down.
And like edibles exist. Like, why not?
Yeah, they're making weed with like 40% in it. Like, calm down, man. Like, you can get high other ways now. You don't have to do that anymore.
You just go across the fucking state lines, almost any direction right now. And you can
You
get
go to the
something
gas
better.
station. You
Yeah.
think that Delta 8 shit ain't Delta 9 sometimes? Like,
Yeah.
it's
Sometimes it's fucking just gives you a panic attack. That's why I don't like.
I hate
those.
it.
I know. I'm not a fan of Delta.
Oh,
Just
wow.
give me the real shit. Don't give me the diet Coke of weed.
exactly.
I'll
The
take
real
the
or
sugar.
nothing, but
I'll take the sugar
That's
this
what's so
time.
weird is like we've come as a culture where we're accepting like diet weed, but but it's not okay to smoke the regular weed, but we can give you the diet stuff. You remember when K2 came out?
Yeah.
That was killing everybody. It was like, no,
Oh,
it's okay
man.
to sell at gas stations.
Yeah.
It's totally
Bro,
okay.
that was insane, and like that whole era was just wild. Like it was like the Wild West of like
People were eating people.
Like-
Literally
Yeah.
eating people.
people's faces. And shit.
Yes.
Some Miami shit. Yeah, I
Yeah, it's a
remember that
while.
shit.
Florida, man. Florida for a while had like the best news stories coming out of it.
Oh yeah, they still. I mean, Florida Man still exists. Like that
Florida
whole, the
But
whole
Spice, man, that the world of Spice had a
Spice.
lot of good stuff going on.
Well, that was what kind of pissed me off too, because I had friends that were on like probation, and that shit was legal, and they'd be like, "Well, I can't smoke weed. I'll just do spice." I'm like, "Oh, you're gonna fucking kill
You're
yourself.
gonna die. This
You're gonna-
acetone
I
sprayed
did
up
it
destroy
one
you.
time, and it was the most miserable
I did
fucking
it a
shit
lot.
ever.
No, I did it a lot,
You
and,
did?
and I probably took a few years off my life. I mean, I'm a big smoke. I'll smoke any besides like heroin and stuff,
Yeah.
like that kind of stuff, like cigars and stuff. I just
Yeah.
love to have a cigar, and
Yeah.
for some reason that K2 stuff. it
Well, you
got
said you travel
that
for
head
work.
high
Is that
was
a
quick.
is that an incentive with work? You're like, "Ooh, I'm in this state. I can fuck around over here." Or
I'm owned by a Mormon company,
Oh,
so yeah, they don't matter. They even when it comes legalized, they're gonna be like, nah. But
do they
pretty
do
much
they
what I
test?
say, and I know my work's not gonna listen to this. So if I get hurt, you're just gonna see me walk off and be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"See you guys later. It's been nice," because I'm not taking any tests.
Yeah.
But you know,
Well, I know Subaru just did a huge hiring event, and one of their big like selling points of the hiring event was like, we no longer test for THC.
they did a hair test for a while. That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
they
why.
did a hair test.
Fuck you, dude. Like,
Now they're done. They don't. They no
okay.
longer test for THC. Well, they
it's
still
stupid
test but
too
not for
because
THC.
it's stupid. Like everybody's high nowadays.
Yeah.
Like get over yourself. Like
Yeah.
if you think your workers aren't high, like you're fucking nuts.
Bro, all you have to do is go to lunch at one of these factories
Yeah.
in the local area and just sit outside. If you sit by the gate, you're gonna smell all the different aromas.
Oh, for
I watched
sure.
a guy walk out, and I'm pretty sure he was high on meth.
I install fiber optics for warehouses,
Yeah, yeah.
so you can only like Amazons and stuff. So you
Yeah.
can only imagine the stuff I see. Like I've seen people smoking, walking through, like picking packages,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just smoking shit. It's like, yeah, you're brave, bro. You're brave. People don't care. They just don't give a damn.
Oh man.
There's too many jobs out there.
Yeah, it's honestly you'll just find a new one, and
you're
now
got a
with the
lower
stay-at-home
paying job.
stuff. That's the weird thing is you can just stay at home now. If you have a fast enough computer and internet access, you might as well just.
You see
do
these
it.
people with 3 stay-at-home jobs collecting like 3 paychecks.
My ex-wife is like that. She
paychecks.
she had 2 or 3 of them, and she could literally do them all at the same time.
Full-time jobs. Mm-hmm. Well, you
Now
why
she
aren't
just
you
works-
retired?
My ex-wife.
Oh, dang.
Why am I not making her pay child support? That's the question. I'm just kidding. She's
there you
after.
go.
I'm just kidding. No, she's been dealing with a lot. She actually just had cancer and just got.
Oh,
She's
shit.
finishing up her chemo, finishing up her radiation, and they said it's gone. So
My grandma's
congrats.
is doing better. They said it's
Good.
working.
Oh, yeah.
She's
Cancer's
doing a
rough,
few better.
man.
Your grandma no longer has. Is it
Well,
gone?
she still has cancer.
Is it stage 4 or stage 3?
I don't know what stage it is.
Okay.
They said it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But like she
What
had lung
kind?
cancer.
Oh, lung cancer.
But it went to her
Oof.
pancreas.
I
They
know.
said that her pancreas, it's starting to clear up, and so it is helping.
Good.
It's gonna kill her.
I
is
think
what
the
they
hardest
said, but-
part is that it's her age plus the fact that she has to go, her body's going through all this. It's
and she's
rough.
already got emphysema and everything else. So like if we're even an ounce bit of sick, we can't go see her.
Yeah, it all gets stopped real quick. But yeah, she had breast cancer, which the good news, like the good part of her of the situation was my ex-wife. Her family, she already knew she had a family history. Her mom had it. Her older sister had it.
I think I do. Yeah, recall you talking kind
Yeah,
of.
so she
caught it early,
figured
right?
it out super early. They got it. It moved up to one of her lymph nodes, I think she said, but they caught it early enough and they blasted it. But she still has to get a mammogram every 3 months.
Oh, so she didn't get like a what do you call it, mastectomy?
No,
Is that
they just
mastectomy?
did
Is that
a
what they call it?
mastectomy. Yeah, they just took
They did a biopsy.
a biopsy and then they took out
Like
the
a piece
chunk.
of it or whatever.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. She's,
Cancer's rough, man.
I mean, I
Why you gotta
wondered,
smoke
dude,
weed, it keeps cancer away.
because when she had him, those things went out. Like she already had decent
Oh yeah, when you
When she
girls
had a-
get pregnant, your boobies get big.
my
wild.
girl, dude, she misses them. She's like, I wish I still had, I don't want the milk, but I want tits back.
I,
buy 'em.
I want mine gone.
I don't like. I
I'm,
don't,
ca-
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna get
They're
mine
great.
cut off.
You like fake ones?
I fucking love it.
Yeah.
I'm getting-
Not before. I
I'm going to my
never knew I
consultation.
did. Well,
Yeah.
okay. So my
I
wife can
had
give
weight
you
loss
my
surgery.
wife can give you a
Yeah.
we did them in Carmel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of course the rich people do them better.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
don't
yeah.
do them in Kokomo.
I have my bariatric doctor gave me a referral to a couple doctors that can go through and figure out what they can do, and insurance will cover it.
Yeah.
Oh wow, nice. Oh, I love them. They're the greatest thing in the world. Just grab them.
makes
and
sense.
stuff. It's so much fun. You just squeeze them so hard.
I'm more into hang though. I like hang time.
Oh, they hang.
They don't like.
She
they
didn't
don't
get a lift.
Stay there.
No, that's
Okay,
like
good.
porn star boobs.
Yeah, I don't. That's what.
No,
drives me
no,
crazy.
no,
I couldn't do all
no.
that.
She doesn't. I mean, hers are tasteful. Like
Yeah.
you know, they're not like
The way he
stupid.
said-
They're not like
tasteful,
stupid.
man.
They're
Come
not like
on. What do you think we are around here? You think we
They're
get
so
untasteful
tasteful that
tits?
if I hear the shirt coming off, I'm running up the stairs to get up to just get one.
I think the
little
last
peek, just one
podcast
little
you brought
peek.
up something about we just had a good session. He
Oh,
was
we
like,
talk about it. Yeah, people
Yeah.
get kind of upset that we talk about sex a lot.
Who
but
cares? You're married. It's not like you're like.
That's what she said. She's like, I'm married to this man. I can do
Yeah.
whatever I want. Like,
Also, there's that.
we're just gonna be
button.
good tonight because we had a great sesh last night. So we'll be talking about that today for sure on Wednesday's
Yeah,
episode.
that's awesome. Yeah, we she's had her significant other on here. I have mine on. She just recently finally came on because my girl is not interested at all in being on camera. She's just not.
She's not about that life, huh?
No, that's why she had to drink 3 drinks while she's in here. 'Cause she's like, all right, if I got to be in here, I might as well do it."
Have you been friends with her for a while? Or, okay,
Yeah.
before you were friends.
No.
No, no.
Have you guys been friends for like a long,
Almost 10 years.
Almost
Yeah.
10 years. Wow.
Almost, probably
It was 10 years since I met you, a couple months ago. Remember?
Was it 2012 or 2013? we met?
How'd you guys
13.
meet? I'm taking over the
12.
podcast.
12.
How'd you guys meet?
We went to a
mutual
show together.
friends. Yeah.
What show?
Well, Maddie, actually, the guy she's dating now.
Yeah.
That's he's in a band called Dwarf Women Midgets, and they played a battle of the bands type of thing in a random town. Do you remember what the name
It
of the
was.
town was?
I thought it was Peru.
No,
That's
it
where
was
you met her?
way the fuck out
Or it was
there.
Logansport.
Maybe Logan, but we went. I thought it was like
I don't remember.
Some
You'd have to
random
ask him. He
Mexico.
would remember.
I don't remember. Yeah, something like that. Well, there's a Mexico.
That's what I mean, Mexico.
There's a Peru. There's a
Yeah,
Mexico.
so
There's a
Well,
Miami.
Mexico's where we have our
Yeah.
right before Mexico.
Yeah, but we went. I went to this thing and I rode. We all caravan there because they're doing a battle of bands and it's all based on the crowd and everything. At least they said it was. And we brought a huge crowd. Well, the band that they were going against was like a cover band that just did
Yeah.
other people's music. So they're like, I want to hold your hand.
Oh,
And then
nice.
our guys are in a punk band and it's a comedy punk band and one of their big songs is called "Once an Abortion." It's about
Oh,
I
nice.
want a lady who wants an abortion. It's a satire
hard
piece.
song.
But a lot, and they have songs about loving, banging the butthole, and fat chicks, and weed, and it's all comedy stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And I literally the day that I went there, I was like, if we're doing this, I'm doing this. And I had a bunch of wire hangers at home that I was getting rid of, and I dipped them in red paint, and we put them in the air for
that's
once an
wild.
abortion.
That's-
We
And we
pissed
all got
off the
kicked
people at the
out.
bar. They hated
Yeah, they're
us.
not allowed to go back there.
They hated us.
There must have been.
And everybody was
Democrats.
moshing, and they thought everybody was
We
going to
had
tear
so much
everything
fun.
up. It was the
That's wild.
best.
It was so much
So
fun.
you guys connected immediately.
Yeah, yeah. We all were hanging out. His previous, were you his maid of honor, right? His ex-wife.
So he handed you that red hanger, and you're like, "We are
I was
friends."
maid of honor at my boyfriend's wedding.
yeah, yeah.
You were maid of honor at your boyfriend's wedding.
Her best friend was his ex-wife. So
Okay.
Yeah. They all like to keep it in the group.
Yeah, you guys are keeping it. You keeping it real Kokomo lately.
Keeping a real Kokomo.
sounded real
Hey,
Kokomo.
she has the same baby daddy. It's all right.
You know you can 6 degrees separate anybody in
Oh,
Kokomo.
it's bad. I bet you could
You probably less than that.
6, 3.
5,
Did I tell you? Did I tell you what Kim wanted to do for her bachelorette party, and I told her no?
What?
She said, like, since we're all like connected, like, she wanted to do a list of like all of us get together and make a list of everybody that we've connected with.
You want to do the Eskimo bro?
and I
Eskimo
said
chicks?
no.
I said really like how many pieces of paper I'm gonna need.
Like
That, why would you want to know how many times you shared a dinner
Yeah,
plate with somebody?
yeah.
Like-
That's not. I
Yeah.
mean,
it was because our group is so fucking like weird.
Yeah.
that is weird, man. I wouldn't want to. I mean, like,
But please don't do that because it would be all on me.
Yeah.
I'm like, please don't.
Yeah.
And she
you-
said, we
you'd
won't
have
do
a
it
rough
just for
time.
you.
You'd have a rough time.
it's like, how many of your husbands have I slept with?
Well, the craziest part about it is like this isn't the first time I've been sucked into these groups where like it feels like everybody kind of is incestuous, and I'm always
yes, it does.
it's incestuous. It's like
Group of incestuous people.
isn't that the joke they were making about that police officer lady? Like whose turn is it next? Like it's everybody's turn,
Man,
and it's like
that. Get railed, man. Do your thing.
to me it's like I don't care what people do.
Yeah.
Like have a great time, do your thing. As long as I'm first.
Yeah, being second isn't great. Being third is even
Oh, being
worse.
second, third, the sucking part is when you have to eat the biscuit or eat the cookie or whatever
Again,
you want to
we
call it.
bitched out. We
That's
didn't
why
do
I'm
that.
the biscuit.
And Matt finally had to eat you. Sorry, Matt.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
man.
He's gonna kill me. He's gonna kick me right in the wiener. No, they're dating and together and stuff, and like he and I are in a band together, and we've known each other for years. So we've been friends separate. Like we met. I met her through him. But then we became friends completely separate of him, but like we're all friends together.
Speaking of your
So it's
band,
been a
I
good
just
time.
cannot wait to see the new Ricky Lake episode.
I know, I'm
Zero
excited,
Pump.
man. I'm ready
Zero
to do
Pump.
it. I'm so excited about it too, dude. That's the
I don't know
best
how
part.
you're gonna go to Chicago and hear.
We're
But
gonna
I mean,
we're gonna commute.
We're moving.
I can't. I got. It's gonna be great.
We're all gonna start a compound.
Got to start a
compound.
compound.
Yeah.
Compound
A
media.
commune.
Yeah.
Commune.
No, it's
compound.
compound. We're not trying to start a cult.
Compound butter.
Yeah.
Dude, communes. Yeah, you're gonna fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, we talked about that too. You're going.
It's
like
a
cults.
nudist community.
And cults, yeah.
There you go. Okay. Free the nip.
So I'm surprised, honestly, that there isn't, because I know there's some. I'm not gonna name names, and please don't. But there's some pretty high level Kokomo people. Everybody knows that have been like a big part of like the pineapple swinging community.
Ha!
Like some pretty big ones that
Sure.
run a lot of places around Kokomo. That
Sure.
we're all like, oh. And you hear rumblings, and you hear people getting invited into groups, and I'm like, what is going on out here in
I'm
Kokomo?
not touching that.
Yeah,
I'm not-
he's staying out of it.
I'm staying the fuck
He
out of
knows
this
he's
one.
got to stay out of it.
No, I'm not even.
I thought we were taking it too far.
Nah, that's one situation.
He said,
in
"That's my
life that I
podcast, not
stay out."
yours."
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just too
I'm so-
much.
No.
To me, I think that it just gets a little bit too wild, man. I feel like that's for people that just can't. They need more than I need. I'm like, I'm good where I'm at.
It takes a special person to be able to cultivate a relationship with somebody and
Yeah,
do that
yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it doesn't. My wife's friends have ventured into that, and none of their marriages have worked out.
Yeah, yeah, it
And
always-
they've all crumbled.
Yeah.
As soon as they
It's
start
not somebody-
venturing into
it's not
that, it's
something you can
over.
do.
It's a
You
super
should-
Over.
cope. It's a cope.
It's not something you should do with somebody that you want to spend your time with all the time.
Yeah.
No, or you got to come into the relationship agreeing you can't be married for 5
yeah.
years and
Yeah.
then be like, you guess what? We're swingers now.
Yeah.
Like, you guess what? We're getting a divorce. Like, that's what you're saying. Because it's
Even
just,
if you convince the other person, I feel like at the end of the day, like somebody's enjoying it more than the other.
Yeah.
it could be, but there's those special people out there that they
know.
both come. I mean, you come in with it, you're accepted, you're
Absolutely.
both into it.
I
but
believe it. I believe they are.
I'm jealous. I'd be freaking the fuck out the whole time. Like,
Maddie,
you're touching my
said,
wife.
I
man.
know, right? You're like,
Hell no, and that dude's dick is bigger than mine. Nah, so
Nope,
I
we're
wouldn't
not
be-
ruining that.
I'm not about that life, man.
get out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, between Facebook basically allowing nudity now, like it's all coming. Like the Instagram shit, all of it. It's to me, it's like we're a sex-oriented, driven society. Between like everything
Yeah,
that happens
no.
in society nowadays, it's like
Sex sells.
OnlyFans, sex
Sex
everything.
sells.
And it's like TikTok has led to it. Like you go on TikTok and it's constantly, like you said, tits. And
Well, you go
ass
back
and-
to the whole fact that we're animals. I mean, at the end of the day, we're monkeys that just want to fuck. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just. I mean, think about how many times you want to have sex in a day. The women
Yeah.
the same way. They say they don't, but they're thinking about fucking.
What
a lot,
women
too.
say they don't.
Yeah, they're liars.
The ones that are liars.
Yeah, they're liars.
Oh, you mean all of them? Misogyny. No, I'm really bad about it. Like with the misogyny on the podcast, she always gives me shit about it because I'm like, that's what I.
What's misogyny mean?
It's like when you massage I'm just kidding.
Is that the male thing?
Yeah.
It's when you're a man
It's
and you
when
hate
you're a
women.
man.
I'm really stupid, guy.
know.
Sometimes
I
like
hate it.
words like
No, misogyny is just I get called a misogynist all the time because
that's the one where you're like more. Damn, I hit the mic again.
Oh, you're good.
That's where you're like more of the guy. You're Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a misogynist.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the female version of a misogynist is a misandrist, which is like a woman who hates men.
That's a succubus.
Yeah, basically. A sucky bitch. Yeah, you a sucky
There's
bitch.
a lot of succubuses out there.
Oh, there's a million of them, just like me, who cuss like me, who just don't give a fuck
Oh,
like me,
man,
rap like
into
me,
it.
walk, talk. No, remember when we
That's
did
Eminem.
Eminem?
Yeah.
You know Eminem?
Yeah.
Remember him?
Remember him?
Yeah.
He's
Remember
milk
we did
chocolate.
it at the
He's milk
karaoke?
chocolate covered.
Yeah.
My mom, my older brother went to like a like 9th grade party, and it was like a Halloween party, and she was like, "What are you dressing up as?" Because she was dropping him off, and he's like, "Oh, I'm going as Eminem," and she's like, "Eminem," and in her head the entire she's like, "I can't imagine my son dressed up as an Eminem."
Yeah.
And she was like, you're going as an Eminem?" He's like, "Yeah, like a rapper." She's like, "You're going as an Eminem rapper? Like the rapper?" Like he's like, "No, mom, the hip hop art." Like had to explain the whole fucking. Like, it always made me laugh so hard because there's so many layers of like they keep.
Yeah.
There's a milk chocolate layer. There's a peanut layer.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Eminem? Do you have a favorite?
My favorite regular ones.
You just like the regular.
I don't like peanuts.
Caramel's the best.
the caramel ones are good. Oh yeah.
I
yeah.
do like nuts.
I don't
in
like
my mouth,
nuts.
though, too.
I don't like nuts. I like almond.
You don't like nuts
I don't like nuts.
at all? Ever?
Not really. I like cashews sometimes.
Yeah.
That's a nut.
Banana nut bread.
I don't like. It's the consistency.
Oh, okay.
Like kind of like
You don't like nuts, but you call yourself the cookie. I don't understand.
biscuit.
She's the
Whatever.
boss
There's a
guy.
cookie in my
know, right?
position.
I didn't say I don't like nut.
Honestly, at the end of the day, I think the cookie would have to taste a lot better, right?
I didn't
You know-
partake in eating it. Nobody wanted to. Everybody bitched
But you
the
did
fuck
it.
out. Yeah, but I was mid-pack. I knew for a fact I wasn't eating that bad boy.
Yeah.
Mid-pack bad boy. I was like, I'm good to go. That's like 3rd or 4th. I'm good.
Well, that's like Limp Bizkit's literally the name's from that. Like Limp
the
Bizkit
whole
is a
thing is
soggy
sexual.
biscuit.
Yeah, chocolate starfish flavored
Yeah.
water or whatever. Yeah, it's all about buttholes.
It's all about. People nowadays are like throwing a fit about WAP and shit like that, and it makes me laugh because like we had Pony.
Oh,
we had
so
so
many
many
we had
sex
so many
songs.
songs like that.
You guys remember the song about like I don't want no itty bitty teeny weeny
Yeah.
short dick man? Like we had so many songs.
TLC was getting wildin' back
Oh,
in
yeah.
the 90s. What are
Oh,
you talking
wow.
about?
Yeah,
Have you listened to any Spice Girl song?
I know. Yeah, apparently I didn't even know
every
that.
week they're on my playlist. I love
Right.
Spice Girls.
Oh, tell me what you
Too
want.
much for
What you
nothing is
really,
not
really
enough.
When to become one.
Yeah, you know what? I had that single.
Yeah.
As a kid, I actually had that single
know.
CD.
Yeah, I had Whitney Houston singles. I don't know how I got that. I had a birthday party and somebody was like, "We know you like music," and I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "I got you a song." I'm like,
Whitney Houston?
All right.
I had
It was
a
like from
Britney
the
Spears
soundtrack.
CD.
Which one?
Pink one. The original.
Baby
OG.
One More Time.
Right.
Yeah, Baby One
That's
More
a good
Time.
one. That's a good album.
It's a good album.
What was your
that-
first CD?
The first CD I ever got, or first CD I ever bought.
First CD ever got?
The first CD I ever got. All right, I can't even say that. The first CD I ever bought, I have to say that because I don't even remember the first CD I ever got because I was so little. And everything was taped because we recorded everything on the fucking on
Yeah, the radio.
That's the
People
only
have
way.
no idea.
Casey Kasem, that's why he was so important because he played all the top hits. And you're like, fuck yeah. But the first CD I ever bought with my own money was the original My Way, Usher, My Way.
What a
my
great,
favorite.
what
What
a
about
great
you?
album.
My first one? Me?
What?
Okay, so when I was probably like 7 or 8 before my grandma bought me a CD player, and she bought me some CDs. She took me to go buy CDs. I think I bought Celine Dion,
Yeah,
Britney Spears, and Backstreet Boys.
it makes sense.
Bangers.
And then I had My Way, and I had like the Titanic soundtrack.
Of course, Celine Dion. Yeah.
Bangers.
She's not even one of the top 100 best singers. Did you see that? They
That's
didn't
fine.
have- people were pissed. Canadians
She
were.
married an old guy, though. So,
Her like record
manager,
label
like,
producer
yeah.
manager guy. or
They met her
whatever.
when she was like 13.
Yeah.
Again, weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little awkward. I mean, it's a lot of that going on. I mean, that's.
But then again,
kinda
my
on me,
music
too.
taste is terrible still. So
You just like hits. You just listen
Top
to
40.
hits.
yeah, like
Garbage.
yeah.
She listens
Everything's
to it.
garbage.
Everything
It's,
sucks.
it's a matter of
nowadays.
opinion, really.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
if you like
Yeah.
it, you like it, but it's garbage.
Even
Another
the stuff we
person's
listen
gonna
to
think
sucks. I mean, if you listen to the stuff that we grew up on, it's awful.
That's
What are you
the
talking
problem
about?
is
Country grammar was great.
that's the problem is I still listen to the
I'm
same
going
stuff I
down.
listened to when I was younger.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
My entire soundtrack is the same as it was when I was like 8.
And then the stuff you listen to now is all the bad stuff, like Taylor Swift and
Yeah.
you know. I just can't.
I mean,
get
I
into
listen to the
Swift.
same. I listen to some of the same stuff you guys do. I just don't talk about it.
Yeah. Well, I listen to way weirder stuff than Matt does.
Mm-hmm.
Like Matt. The thing I love about Matt is how eclectic his music taste is, but it's all like from 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
See, the difference between how you guys listen and how I listen to lyrics. You guys listen to music.
No, I'm obsessed with lyrics more than music.
Well, with Matt anyway.
Yeah. I write lyrics, so
Yeah.
I have to be obsessed with
He,
lyrics.
like Oliver Tree?
He listens to
Oliver Tree. Is he newer?
no.
No. Do you
I
like
don't
Oliver
know.
Tree?
I don't know that I like him,
I
but
fucking love.
he's so weird.
Yes, that's why I love him.
But he was dating Melanie Martinez for a
I
while.
didn't know he was
so,
even
like,
dating anybody. I
yeah.
didn't think he dated.
See, I know who Melanie Martinez.
Who's Melanie Martinez?
She was on
She
The
was
Voice.
on The Voice.
She had that Crybaby album,
I
and
had no idea he was.
Then it
dating
came out
someone.
that she like pissed off a bunch of people too. What was
really
It was
nerdy.
something came out where like she was bi and like one of her friends said that she forced her to have sex with her, but it was like consensual, and it was like this big thing.
Yeah,
Ezra Miller
her friend I know, or like what's the Lena Dunham that whole thing. It was very
She got
similar
in
to
trouble
that.
too?
Well, she got in trouble because she apparently like did something sexual with like masturbated on her sister or something. It was something weird. Like everybody's like, "What are you doing?" Or her little sister. So it was like even more awkward.
Why does those stories come out? Like who's?
She
telling
wrote a
that?
book and put it in there. I'm like, "You
Oh,
dumb bitch."
man.
That's something you keep in the family.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know what I mean?
Literally.
Yeah, like everybody knows the weird uncle you don't hang out around with around holidays. You're like, hey, keep the kids away. You know what I
That
mean?
uncle's not invited to my house.
Yeah, I know. Get
Dude,
away.
if you got a weird uncle, man, you keep him
We're
away.
at 2 hours.
I know. Are we?
Yeah.
There's no way it's 2 hours.
No way.
It says
You're not
It
very
is
good.
4
2
o'clock.
hours and 2 minutes and 32 seconds.
I don't think that's true.
Well, that's not right because I got here at 2.
Yeah, and we've already. I mean, I guess
It's only 4:19.
maybe we are. Fuck. Well, a part of it 10 minutes less.
I was just telling you.
Damn.
I
just
see. I
being
mean, that's
bossy.
how.
No, I creep. Yeah.
It's good when you just sit there talking. You
I know it's
that's
fucking
how
good.
time it is.
I forget sometimes.
I got a
I-
podcast again in an hour and a half.
Oh shit, he's going
An
on.
hour.
Well, let's go and wrap this up, here, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in to Kokomo Press Podcast. We this might be a long one. We'll see how it goes. Man, we had a fun time. I mean, time flies when you're having fun. I'm Jordan
Yeah.
Granger.
I'm Cortni Richardson.
I'm Branden Policky.
Check out Taking It Too Far podcast.
please.
It's on Apple. It's on Spotify. It's probably
It's on
everywhere.
everything.
right?
Yeah, everything.
Check out it. Anchor FM.
Anchor FM.
Anchor FM,
That's-
baby.
That's, what I
That's
use.
my RSS feed, mother. All right, we love you guys. 2 kisses. Thank you for watching this episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast. We really appreciate you. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You can check us out on the Kokomo Press at Facebook, at YouTube, at Instagram, or you can follow us all at our individual accounts if you want on Twitter or Facebook or wherever. You can get our merch, or if you really, really, really want to help us out, it's only $5. You can actually subscribe to our Patreon. Check that out because we have a lot of content we want to give you guys, and we want to put more and more out, and it's starting to get expensive. So hit us up. Thank you for watching this episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast. Thank you so much. We love you. 2 kisses.